Bruh.
Wow! Incredible!
Nut.
The nuts for you. Okay, had to check. A little bit of A/B reversal. I've been going back and forth between the Super Nintendo and the Steam Deck too, so it's killing me a little bit. Sleepy, let's see what you got. I did not do a sound check, but it looks fine. How you doing? How was your New Year's? L2T CF8 HTG. You edited your New Year's level. Oh, wet wobbling resolutions. Is it this one? Had a good New Year's. That's good. There's a flag on it though. Is that the same one? No, that's already refresh. Okay. Wet wobbling resolutions. Riley, how you doing tonight? Whoa, gamer guy, how you doing tonight? And Red, how you doing? A hot fist minute. Is that a unit you use, Sleepy? Okay. I did not see the pipe. Gamer dude, thanks for dropping a level in the queue. Before I heard wet wobbling resolutions. He likes the phallic worms. Caterpillars, there we go. Yeah, drop it in there, we'll look at it. This is what I get for playing too much Super Mario World. I nixed it. Yeah, we're good. It's a common unit over there. Yeah, you guys put beans on your breakfast plates, though. Oops. Oh, I could literally just attach them and then hop in there, too. One of the music levels you put more time in. See if it's baked beans, that'd be good. I don't want baked beans with breakfast. I like baked beans. Why's that pipe like that? Yeah, we just got started. Ah, there we go. We re-grab it, should be fine. I think. Or too much Super Mario World, one of those two. Hey, you guys do anything fun for New Year's? I have my family's Christmas this weekend because everybody keeps getting COVID. So it just got pushed back to now. We're still, COVID purebloods over here. We haven't had it once. Oh my god. Sports. Bacon, goddamn, you're gonna have a Bonner? You're gonna have a Bonner? Good luck with your Bonner. Bonner. Oh my god. I'm getting bond. I'm getting fucking bond by my... I want to say by this level, but skill issue. Yeah, my sister got it, and then her kids got it, and then I think the other kids got it from the other sister. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't think those need to be that low. I don't think that helps. Big, beautiful Bonner. There we go. Oh, yeah. I remember the countdown. Okay, so what you did is you reworked the beginning a lot, it feels like. And then The countdown is less horrible, I'm guessing. I don't remember what it was before, but I remember getting really grumpy about the incredibly long fall. I do remember that now. Esports. I feel like I needed that. It was horrible before. It was. Yeah, it was a problem. It was a long countdown before. Motivation you needed. I did. But then I dropped the shell. The pipe. It's actually invisible. I'm brown, blue, yellow-ish colorblind. Brown, blue, orange colorblind. They all blend into one color. Opinion on Bonners. You know, whatever floats your boat. Whatever gets you all bond up. Okay. Bonners. I mean, I'll put it in there, but it might assume you mean boners. And bad things will happen. Not 666. Stop what you're doing. Just 6 images. Honors. There we go. Okay, it's getting ready. You're alive. You're living it down. Yeah, it's a funny word. That's the problem. Is whether or not it gets let go is inversely proportional to how funny it is. Like if you type D-O-N-W, Denu it's not fun to say. We're just gonna move on. But you say Bonners, and then I had to start thinking about having a Bonner. And that's who we are. Wow, this time I just go down. I like that a lot more. Ow, mean. Oh, there's a spike over there, okay. Yeah, with the effect I couldn't see it. It's fine, it didn't hurt anything. But yeah, this is a much better use of it. Hey, I feel like I may have seen... Did you do a really similar setup to this in the first Wieners? Oh, good. Bonners were discovered in 2023. One time somebody mistyped a level as Bowser. Mistyped the description of the level, it just said Bowser in it. And then just forever that was the little Timmy noise. Just, Bowser! Bowser, no! Ow. Aw. Bowser! Okay. Okay. Pretty readable. It's all working. Wow, and then we just get in there. Oh, sorry, are we counting up again? Wait. I've definitely seen this before. Some of this is... oh, tells you which wiener it's from. Wait, I'm fine? That was the end? I didn't even do the thing and I'm fine. I'll take that. Cool. Oh, I thought I had to do the thing again. Yeah, that's a much better use of playing with some numbers. Aw. Get the little countdown. And then you get a little bit of, little Kaizuli callbacks. And then if somebody's like, oh, I like that, then you've got the perfect setup for like, well, actually, I've got more of that. I've got a Bonner. Oh, God. Oh, God, did we get something? What is it? Oh, it's working on the 6th one. Okay, yeah, let's look at him. It'll finish right now. We got this weird little, like, advertisement over here. Bonners! Boners! Boners! The rest of it's ineligible nonsense. And then bicyclists, and then more bicyclists. Apparently Bonners is bicyclists. And then Boneers. Boneers. That's really great. I am a fan of Boneers. Where'd you get that shirt, man? It's really hard. I really like that shirt, dude. Oh yeah, I got it at Boneers. Tour de Bonner. Okay, let's see what we got next here. Whoa, gamer guy. Wait, he just hit me with that BRB. 7 dog. Bonier's bike rental. There was like a suit guy in it though. So I figured it was like fashion for like really hard dudes. HKG. I hate bikes. Well, I don't know. Put training wheels on yours. It's fine. Bach. Okada and Fugue in D minor. AKA Blue Lobster jump scare meme. Oh no. Oh. I like classical, but I'm really not a Bach or Beethoven or super mainstream guy. I like Tchaikovsky, and then I like Eric Satie. For the most part, I listen to Eric Satie if I want to listen to classical piano stuff. You flipped over your bike the first time you rode it? Full 180. Well, sports. I mean, that'll happen. Did somebody put a stick in the tire? Because that's not a real thing. But you can totally flip it over if you hit something hard enough, though. Bonners. Oh, a little fast. Pretty cool. Yeah, better put together than I would have expected, too. Really managed to fill it out. Just hit a rock. Well, that'll teach you. Wow. And then there's that. Yeah, pretty solid overall. Obviously, you're limited, you know, a little bit based on how it's laid out. But there isn't really too much more you can do there. That's fine. Solid level. Yeah, not too many people doing classical stuff. Yeah, Bach's never bad. Honestly, as long as it's not like Chopin or all the things from cartoons. I'm good on that. I got my fill. Is that it? Is that really all you guys got? That is all you guys got. I'm gonna make you guys watch me play Super Mario World if you're gonna be like this. We'll do a little bit of versus, and then if it's still slow, we'll go pull a troll level out of Defender's Discord. Nothing's wrong with cartoons. No, I watched an absolute shitload of Looney Tunes and just like classic cartoons when I was a kid. I feel like I've had enough of that. A lot of the like really, really lighthearted. I can't place it, but I know the second I heard it, I'd be like, yeah, I know this goddamn song. Except for In the Hall of the Mountain King. You could put that in every cartoon and I'd still want to hear it. Ouch. Excisey? Excusey? No, like vintage cartoons. Like, literally like 60s cartoons, right? Was that Looney Tunes? Yeah, dude, 1950s, 1940s and on. Yeah, dude, there's old Looney Tunes. That's what I'm talking about. Back before. Are you wired? Yeah, I'm wired. Looney Tunes bonners. Do. Oh yeah, no, they've been making them since like the 40s or something. Let's ask Wikipedia. Well, the slowest queue for multiplayer ever goes. Oh god, Space Jam's terrible. Now we get... Looney Tunes began in... Come on, tell me. The 30s. Jesus goddamn Christ. VG Master, how you doing? Yeah, bring me some Super Bowl level. Drop it in there. Oh god, after I suffer through this. Yeah, it was. Black and white. That's what you get, Toadette, for being dumb. Yeah, and then for a long time, if you didn't have cable, you had to watch, you know, 50s cartoons, and that was all that you could watch. Back before Netflix and all that shit. Oh. It's not even the servers. It's the way it handles network on the Switch itself, it seems like. But yeah, it could be better. It could be so much better. Yeah, it was kind of like the PBS quality stuff. PBS actually had some real quality content, but that kind of thing where you just kind of suffered what was available. Oh, why are you guys like this? And why do people still make goddamn levels like this? I don't want this. Nobody wants this. I don't care. Why is there no music? Oh, fuck me! And then it lags more right at the end. And then there's more of this horse shit. Oh, God. It's the least fun kind of multiplayer level, and then it is insufferable in versus when it's slow. Oh. Honor. Yeah, Oatmeal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Oatmeal wrote a really good article going over some of it. There's a lot of causes. It's not that really that somebody is on a dial-up modem, because every match is like this. My internet could not be faster, and my Switch's connection could not be faster either, and it's just bad. Just bad, and it sucks. Mario Maker is racist? How did we get there? How did you jump to there? Oh, Musk's Wi-Fi is bad. Musk's satellites are bad. It's good for people who don't have any other options. It's better than traditional satellite, but it is not good. Ping times are a little bad. We have it set up for guy at work in a remote location, and it's imperfect. Now you got a now in your level. Now OB 9 7DF. Andrew Tate in Fortnite. I feel like we did that. Andrew Tate is actually in jail. I don't know if he got out. I have no idea. But apparently he's in trouble. But yeah, I put it in there. Going. Well, you did beat it, Griffin. Oh. Coins are everywhere in this frozen cave. Use the Super Ball to collect them. I'm gonna. He's been out for a few weeks. He just went in like a few weeks ago. What, did he get out right away? Post and bail. Oop, there we go. Remastered in four ball resolution. That's twice as many balls as I would expect. Oh, that's way easier than trying to jump over him. Okay, I was gonna say, what happens if I go down there? How sad am I about to be? Top G! He's working that Sigma grind set! He's so cool! Yeah, if you actually admire him, check that. Unpack that. What's the... Oh, that was wrong. Oh, God. A buddy of mine's getting divorced, and I'm legitimately a little worried that he's gonna wander into, like, the men go in their own way. Men go in their own way mindset. Oh. Yeah, I think Musk might already be there. He's just a little tiny bit smarter than Kanye. He's not gonna say it. Just gonna think it. I'm very good at Mario Maker, as you can see. This level is forgiving me a lot. Wow. Alright. I do not remember the original, but this is letting me just plow through it so far. Which, you know, is working. Ooh, okay, I'll take that. Keep trying to duck on things in Mario 1. Sports. Too much Super Mario World. Oh, okay, now we're doing more traditional Super Ball puzzles. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So first we just have a little bit of like Super Ball platforming stuff, and then we're moving on from there. Legit bought his guide mid-classes, and then he switched classes. He switched French classes? There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. Well, he needed to have $5,000. That's what you need to really qualify as a based alpha Giga Chad Sigma. Fuck you. This is not beneficial to me. Oh, okay. Let's let him go. Welcome back, gamer guy. We ran right through it. I assumed BRB was like, I'll be right there. So I just ran on through it. I liked it though. It was good. Yeah. Short, but you were doing what you could. You might be able to cram a little more in if you used, why am I like this? Why am I like this? If you use some setups for, no? Okay. For delivering the notes via tracks, but that's a much more complicated thing. No. No. Do. Who sounds like a porno? I sound like a porno? Thanks, bud. Do. He said no. No, I was glad that it wasn't immediately like Looney Tunes classical. I don't mind Bach by any means, just that I like Tchaikovsky and I really like Linst, but mostly Eric Satie. How am I this dumb? Try destroying... Oh, the last block? Is that necessary? Ow. Dolphin Laugh, how you doing tonight? Sigma fuck you sounds like a porno? I would not watch that porno. Although it would not surprise me if a lot of dudes in porn are way on the based fucking Sigma grind set. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing here. Oh, that would add a lot of awkwardness, actually. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that last block ended up adding a lot of awkwardness. I don't know if you can remove just that block, because then it may also mess some stuff up. Oh, we're right at the end. Well, that works out. No, it gave us a minute. We figured it out. Yeah, you know, some dumb. Oh. Sigma is just true forced loneliness, and I spent too much time looking at Chad memes. Was that first clear? That must... That... I don't understand how 4 minutes was world record, but okay. Is there more in there? Nope. Okay, let's get a better world record. Let's get a bit. I could remove that back block, but it could look awkward, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what options you have to more thoroughly funnel. Why am I like this? Probably. I don't know if we could do sub 1 minute, but we can get a better world record than that. And leave it enough of a hole for other people to fuck up. Less. Oh, bye. Never mind. Yeah, maybe shrink the tunnel and build it around that. What's the current issue? What current issue is not being discussed? Casey, thanks for dropping a love in the queue. How you doing tonight? Sports. Got him. Do, 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 do. Thanks. I didn't do it. He did it to me. Oh my god. We had such a good thing happening. Sleep, you gotta tell me what the current issue is. I assume it's, you know, SawCon coming up. Oh yeah, we didn't get to that yet. We can go look at that. Guy, you just say it. Yeah, it's finished. It dings. I just didn't hear the ding. Do 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 do. That does not look like Andrew Tate. Looks a little like Andrew Tate. That last one does. The prompt was Andrew Tate in Fortnite. The prompt was classy and high quality. This shit looks like fucking Fortnite. Uh-oh. There, I died with the coins. It's only a matter of time before they go all controversial with Fortnite. It'll happen eventually. They'll run out of ideas and they'll be like, we need more news articles. Apple's charging us too much. That could have been faster, but that's better. Okay, there we go. Oh, we fucked it. Now we'll never get world record. Go. Oh my god. Oh my god. There. There we go. Spends 40 bucks making their phones. Istig? Oh! Spends $40 making their phones. Istig, I just bought a $200. Oh, you just bought a $200 Motorola. They spent a good amount on their phones, but they are stupid. Their walled garden is stupid. I'm very, yeah, I got on those balls. I was on them. Their manufacturing costs are relatively high, but yeah, their margins are absurd. Like 20% of what you pay is cost of the phone. They're like $200 or $300, which is not uncommon either. Your Motorola probably costs close to $40. I kind of wish they'd get back to making keyboard phones. I had a Droid 4 back in the day, and that was a great phone. Slide up keyboard for your thumbs. I really love that goddamn phone. Yeah, I mean, we did it. We got the world record. Nobody gave me more levels. What's wrong with you guys? You guys gonna make me do... You guys gonna make me do, Iron Bros. Oh, Sleepy's got some. Oh, Casey's got something. There we go. I was like, where the hell's the bot? I thought there was one more thing. There we go. DTG 0P3. I'm still here. S1G. You're a bot. Do a troll. Yeah, we'll get there. Hey, Barnstorm, how you doing tonight? Yo, Gabba Gabba Big Party. Did you put a... Esports. Thanks for dropping love in the queue, Barnstorm. I don't want to see TikTok symbols in Mario Maker. I'm ready for the nukes, man. I'm ready. Completely unrelated to my distaste for the platform. Go follow me on TikTok for nothing. For occasional random clips of garbage. I do not have the app installed. I uploaded things in the browser. With a thing that uploads them in a lot of places. Man, with the title card, I honestly thought it was going to be like a gag troll thing. It seems like it's just a pretty regular level, and I'm not seeing how... I'm not real familiar with Yo Gabba Gabba. But I'm not seeing how it will be playing off weird puppets that sing at all. Or TikTok. And I feel like those were just put in there to be like, oh my god, TikTok! And I feel like, are there even people like that in Mario Maker? They probably are. Got 31 likes, so there's at least a handful. VG Mask, thanks for dropping another one in there. That's an age detector. Let's see. It's reading about a 19 here. Yeah, I do not long for children's shows. Okay. Why is there a muncher in the pipe I'm going through? Okay. Is that one supposed to be one of the things? Yeah, we are aware. Barnstorm does the things. He has gone hard on the levels. I mean, I've played them a good bit. Barnstorm needs to make a trailer for his Super World so that he can break the internet and get his own stupid Kotaku articles. Some fucking guy calls his stupid Super World Mario Bros. 5 and the entire fucking... a bunch of different, like, gaming rags write articles about it. It's like, okay, I'm sure it's fine, but why? So clearly, it's your time now, Barnstorm. Well, good. Don't smoke. It's super bad for you. What doing here? Yeah, join the teams. Do the things. Receive the praise. That's literally like the best thing ever is when you join a community that you weren't in, and then all of a sudden realize like, wait, you guys suck at this. Oops. They do. I mean, I feel like that's general advice. Don't smoke. I really wish there had been a checkpoint there. Ouch. Why did you select 250 seconds for the level? Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the maker teams are kind of falling apart, which is pretty sad. A lot of them are legitimately abandoned, and nobody's really maintaining the site for new ones either. Okay. Yeah, some baffling choices made here. Neither. I smoked cigarettes for a while. I smoked a pipe for a long time, and then transitioned to e-cigarette for a couple years and tapered my nicotine down and then quit. Now I don't smoke. Once in a while I'll do a hookah socially with friends. But I do not smoke anymore. Weed, I'm proud of you. Weed is nature's medicine. I also don't do that. I would strongly encourage legalization, just generally. But I'm not into it. Also, pro tip. Anything you light on fire and put in your body isn't so much medicine as it is a carcinogen anymore. You're most likely to get the most medicinal properties out of it if you're vaporizing it or cooking with it, eating it, preparing it, doing something with it that isn't starting it on fire. I want to look down there, but not that bad. Yeah, edibles. Or those, esports. There are a couple options for vaporization. Wait, I'm just gonna skip that whole mess then and go on to this one. Esports. There's a couple of good vaporization options available too. Either just THC vaporizers or things that vaporize whole herb. No. There we go. PM is here to stay. Yeah, that's good. What are these weird things? There's some weird things in the end. Okay. I don't know what where the concept like for the level lived. I can't read that. Hey, fight bit time? Yeah, I don't know where the concept for the level lived, and I strongly suspect the entire thing was designed around trying to be a hot or a good level, but it's a fine level on its own. I don't know why you would put the TikTok logo on it, or any of the other stuff, and that initial jump with the turtles I feel like is a little pointlessly difficult, considering the difficulty of the rest of the level. None of the rest of it puts you in a position like that where you're kind of doomed if you don't make the jump. Yeah, and then we had that large optional area, but it wasn't clear for what reason, and it didn't seem like it was built to be a part of a secret exit either. Oh, it says party time. It doesn't look like there was another exit up top or anything either, so I don't know. Felt a little unfocused, but it was fine otherwise. All right, next we got Sleepy. Yeah, hookah is traditionally used for smoking tobacco. It's a type of tobacco prepared with fruit and honey. Often, Among Us! Among Us! Slime! Am I missing something in the memes? I really am really happy we don't play popular levels. Yeah, it's kind of like a tobacco bong. In general, I would not put weed in one unless it is for weed, because Most hookahs can't be thoroughly cleaned enough to get all the weed out of it. If someone ever put weed in mine, I would break off their fingers and eat them. But I don't think I know anybody who would do that at this point, who would be like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna put weed in there. Mine is all stainless steel too, so I could clean the whole thing if I really needed to, but it would be very annoying. It's all steel and glass. What you got, Sleepy? What do you want me to take a look at here? You can put weed in your hookah. There's cheap $40 hookahs on eBay if you really want to do that. But that said, I think something more like those big group vaporizers that people use are probably a better bet, just because I would imagine that hookah might pull some THC out when you are running it through the water. I know you do that in a bong too, but it's generally a longer like filter system. But maybe not. But a hookah is also built on vaporization rather than combustion. But that said, you can vaporize and inhale THC just fine. I've seen devices for it, so it might be fine. I don't know. I'm sure there are people who could tell you. Glitch in the system. We're gonna go look at that. Because it's Mario 3. The map shows where you are. Yeah, they're built for tobacco, and they're generally big for the purpose of cooling down the tobacco smoke. I don't know if that would have a significant impact on weed either. But I can't imagine, it may not work as you'd expect with weed. And also, you need to put a lot of shit into a hookah to get it going, like 20, 30 grams. I feel like that is an absolute assload of weed. But they were just talking about weed prices on NPR the other day. Apparently it's down to $100 an ounce in a bunch of places where it's legal. Among Us. What are these dumb comments? I'm gonna go turn it off. Map levels are really popular at the time. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the map. It was a big challenge concept for a while. You didn't... Oh, no, we're fine. It's necessary. This is a cute twist on the map concept of going through the map. Sports. Weird. How much tobacco whole pack? I'm actually really surprised this didn't get more likes. This is a really, really cute twist on the map idea of just like, fuck the map. Beezy, thanks for dropping a love in the queue. I'm less surprised now. There we go. That's not too bad. We had a good amount of time left in that arena, too. I could see that getting frustrating depending on how the actual fight was, but that fight was fine. How much tobacco whole pack? That was a French question or a for real question? Stopping you from destroying the game? That's a really good, like, Sieve-style level story hook. Yeah, that is legitimately a really, really great hook for a themed level. No, I know. You can just say for real. What if you were what if somebody here was French? What if it was a French question? Bussin'. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, honestly, that's a concept that would be really fun to revisit now or to expand on, especially if you're running out of ideas. That's a really fun level. Yeah, I like that. But I don't know what you mean by how much tobacco whole pack. That was also why I clarified and then was obnoxious. Kind of the channel vibe. And like, oh my god. I pulled something up. I don't even remember what it was. It's probably in my history. But I heard somebody saying, because I just left Twitch running, left it up, walked away, came back on my work PC. And somebody rated somebody else, but I heard them saying like, that kind of doesn't really match the channel vibe, and then timed out the person. It appeared to be serious. It's like, really? Really? Okay. I'm sure there are a lot of people like that, who really want to control the discourse or whatever, but I don't know. J6G. In a hookah, if it... Whoa, 20 to 30 ounces, it's like... No, 20 to 30 grams. I think... What's a gram is, Oh, hey, thanks a lot for following, BZ. Yeah, I missed it. I think 23 grams is about an ounce or something like that. 24. Oh, no, it's not. No, it looks like about 30 grams an ounce. Yeah, about 30 grams an ounce. So a little less than an ounce. Bonners and grams. Don't make me think about graham crackers. That's not an ooh voice. Oh god, it's not an ooh voice. That's the little Timmy voice. But now that's just the voice of I'm making a joke or making fun of anything. It's just a part of who I am now. Mayor Pauline demanded a version of this song without the night ice physics. I also demand that, so thank you. You're going to get zooted? Yeah, if you put that much weed in it, yeah, that's gonna get you there. Yeah, I have a small bowl that does 7 to 8 grams. Very small bowl, but even that I feel like even if you were hitting it hard. This is cute. This is really cute. Oh, I hate Jump Up Superstar. I like it. I like the whatever the chippy rendition that we get. And I really liked the scene. I really didn't like the song. The scene was really cool, though. The actual gameplay in that section. I like big band stuff pretty often. I liked Sinatra, but I thought it was such a weird take. Like, what they were going for, it just felt so weird. Spent 6 hours on the music alone. The Carl Weezer voice. Who's Carl Weezer? No, you know where the stupid voice started from? Is, Boop, 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 boop. We're back! We're down. One of my exes really hated this, South Park episode where they keep, like, flash cutting to this lady who keeps saying, "Push me higher, Richard!" And that's, like, kind of the theme of the level is they're making fun of, like, the old 90s, like, Lifetime dramas, telling some story with really sappy actors and actresses. And, then I started doing that voice all the time because it made her so angry. And then when we started doing the boozer no, then it was just back. Then it was just a part of everything. Oh. Dude from Jimmy Neutron. Oh man, I'm aware of Jimmy Neutron, but it was like, I don't want to say before my time. Oh, is it that little kid, the little redheaded kid? But it was like by that time it was basically Adult Swim or nothing for me. There were other good shows at the same time period though, like yeah, it was after my time. It was after the time but where I was still watching stuff. You're before my time. Whatever, words. Like, Gravity Falls was really good. Adventure Time was really good, too. It just, I don't know, Jimmy Neutron never, like, hit right for me. This is a really, really, really good rendition, though. This is lit. Yeah, Adventure Time is a fucking masterpiece, man. Oh, why can I run off there? Why is there a hole there? Oh, I love the last 2 seasons. I really thought that, like, wrapping up all the, like, conceptual arcs in a big story was a really cool way to do it. And I really liked that. Yeah. Oh, we are behind the 8 ball here. Please give me a checkpoint. This is great. Oh, I needed it. The new donk scaffolding. Yeah, you donked me. You donked me, sir. Avatar never hit it for me either. Avatar really felt, I don't know. Unengaging. Oh, but I didn't watch the last 2 seasons until I was like 32 or something, and I still loved it. Yeah, I definitely didn't ever feel like I outgrew Adventure Time. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Even, I was just rewatching it with my, girlfriend last year. And it's still great, man. It's still great. Yeah, Gravity Falls was really great. Gravity Falls blew me away. Ex of mine was like, you'd probably like it. Because I really, really like, surrealist comedy, generally. Surrealist and absurdist humor. But I really like when things that are otherwise normal completely fall apart. Like, just out the window insanity. And oh man, did they do a good job with that. Gravity Falls really felt like one of the writers got schizophrenia and refused to get treatment, and that was what happened. And the only thing that kept it like sane was that it was on Disney Channel, and somebody was like, "Guy, you can't be this weird." I don't know where I got this spring, but I need it. Yeah, but I'm not just gonna... I don't know if it's necessarily bad. I never watched Airbender. Significantly. I never watched enough of it to care. Now if it was Dragon Ball Z, I'll sit over here and I'll be like, that show's fucking terrible. I'll argue that. Till the sun dies. Oh, God, was that terrible. Yeah, it really turned into an acid trip. And I don't know how exactly you describe that, but that feeling that you get from a game that, like you think you're about to beat it, and they're like, just kidding, this is the midpoint. And everything's different now. Or a show doing that and just being like, you know what, fuck you. Like that insane, if any of you guys ever watched 6 Feet Under, that insane, like, rape episode where the guy he doesn't even get raped, he just gets, like, assaulted by a crackhead who's really weird at him, but oh god, it was just, the whole series just exploded into some total madness after that. And it was always a pretty heavy show, and it just felt like they were trying to find some way to be heavier, and they stopped on the most insane thing they could come up with. A lobster's soul. I bet a lobster's soul would make it smell pretty bad. That's just a fart. That's just a fart. I really like SpongeBob up until, oh my god, that guy gets me. Up until the movie. After the movie came out, it really felt like SpongeBob really leaned into being a kid's show. Whereas it used to have like a at least occasional Ren and Stimpy vibe with the like ultra realism cuts and that kind of stuff. That one's on me. That one's skill issue. I've heard that it got better, but I never felt like going back to it. It's not like it was that good that I really want to watch more. Bye. Get a Bonner for Uncle Steve. Oh my god, what was the one? Regular Show was fucking great too. Regular Show I didn't pick up until later either. And that was another show that did a really good job of just losing its goddamn mind. And to be fair, they kind of started from there too, pretty often. But that was a fun show. Yeah, Regular Show was really great. I feel like Cartoon Network had a little bit of trouble like getting their stride back after Adventure Time. I don't know if there's anything that's good, but I might. Yeah, the movie was good. Unless, was there a more recent one? I think didn't it get stolen? Didn't the sandwich get stolen? Wasn't that the plot of the episode and then it was really sad? Or am I thinking of the burrito? Okay. You give me clear indicators for where to land. I'm just dumb. Yeah, it could just be that we're old, too. That's entirely possible. I try, you know, to at least stay cognizant of that kind of stuff. That, like, do I just hate this because I'm old? I'm sure it's out. There's still stuff out there. It's just harder to find, too. Because I'm not ever just browsing, either. Like, shows... Exposure to TV is different because I no longer have to suffer random garbage to find something good. Oof. But I've been binge watching since like, you know, 2006, 2007. I've been pirating shows as long as it was an option. Or excuse me, in Minecraft. I download fully legal and legitimate copies of shows using services that allow you to do this, obviously. And purchase them on iTunes for consumption. Oh my god. Can't look at chat. Can't blink. Oh! Cow and Chicken was okay. I felt like Cow and Chicken, leaned really hard into the Cartoon Network at the time, like, kind of pointless random stuff. Like, they were still doing the same type of, like, bizarre surrealism that you got with, like, Ed, Edd and Eddy and a lot of the other shows of the period. But Cow and Chicken didn't really have, like, a hook. Like, it felt like empty Rocko's Modern Life, kind of. Like, I don't care about any of the characters here. Oh my god. Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls were both really, really nice. Powerpuff Girls' villain design, especially, it was her, right? Was it her or him? But the baffling robot Satan gal, whatever, I honestly have no idea how they identified anymore. And if how they identified would be considered bigotry currently. But either way, they were great. Yeah, him. Powerpuff Girls was great. When I felt like Powerpuff Girls, even like as an adult, had a lot to offer an adult, in that it was just funny madness. That's probably a lot of it too there, Dolphin and anybody else in their 30s, is that I was suffering through Teletubbies oh my god, the other day, and forced to think about, I had to watch it, and I started thinking, like, man, a lot more psychology went into making a show like this that's designed to be educational and visually stimulating for a small child, because they want to make sure you're letting a small child watch it, but it doesn't have a lot of value for advertising or anything else. Whereas when we were younger, they weren't really having psychologists try and develop a TV show that would be attractive. They just wanted you to leave it on so the parents would watch commercials. And I think that's also why we needed a lot of the, you know, adult callouts. Esports. How did I miss a key? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, great stuff, man. This was really great. The music was really well done. Where am I? What is that supposed to be? It looks like a cornucopia, and I feel like I should know. Is that Cappy? That's Cappy's one eyeball. All I could see was a giant red cornucopia. And then, like, a cut-off lizard tail, and I was like, that can't possibly be it. The TV's really big, okay? It's big. I'm gonna do it right here. It's a 65-inch TV, and I'm like a foot away from it. Oh, gonna draw a lizard tail on your level. That was really great. Yeah, it would look, it probably looks great as a title card. Not as great there. Oh, now that was really great. However, 65-inch Bonner. The problem for me here is, why aren't you making a trailer for Reddit? Like, I am gonna be really sad when you wait too long and then we don't get to see the fucking, because it wasn't just Kotaku. I remember that. It was Kotaku and, maybe Nintendo Life wrote an article about Super Mario Bros. 5. I want to see an article about Super Mario Maker Troid. I don't know. You got to think of a really stupid name for it. Yeah, it might just give us a big bike. That'll really tickle the wieners. Tickle the Bonners. God damn. I was just playing with Mario Paint the other day. I posted a picture on Twitter of a hot dog that I drew. And there's a fucking fill tool in Mario Paint. I don't understand how we didn't get one here. I don't want to fill it in, but I've done so much effort to almost fill it that I feel like at this point I need to. For the lizard tail. Hot dog. Yeah, pop in the Discord. Wait, it was just satisfyingly violent? What was satisfyingly violent? Powerpuff Girls? Powerpuff Girls was satisfyingly violent? No funny message for the Discord invite. There's a funny message in there explaining what the perks are. Show us the wiener. It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. Go find my Twitter. Is it this? Yeah, there you go. Go find it on Twitter. Oh, don't do that to me. Okay. Hang on. Oh, I should have done a little outline around the bone too. Well, that's on your level now. Looks like your Mii controller. Art skills are sad. Yeah, you know, I'm not really an artist. Yeah, hiya, buddy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had to jump on it. That's literally the first thing you do, is it's a Mario spring. I'm gonna jump on it. I'm gonna get a look, and then I'm like, what? Hang on, I gotta take a picture of it. For Twitter. There it is. That's the spring. Yeah, see, it reads as Cappy there. Although, see, now all I can see is meat. What's it look like in the little picture? In the little picture, you can see the other eye very clearly. For some reason, when the picture's bigger, I can't see the other eye. My brain is just like, nope, that's not an eye. Yeah, good stuff, man. Alright. Nukes. Sports. Wait, so whose art skills are sad? Sounds a bit like a bit Sigma. I do work for a meat distributor, and I eat a lot of meat. I'm a meat man. Oh, Bob's Burgers. That's a good modern show, but I don't think that's really a children's show. I think that's more like it's acceptable for children to be around it, but it's for adults on regular TV. HF. I'm trying to think of other modern shows that are solid, but it's been dry. Been dry out there. Yeah, there are some bad episodes for sure. It's a good background show. I'm never really watching. I can't show you 65-inch Bonner because it is uncensorable. Yeah, there's no way I can show you this. Yeah, nope. That is a lot of cocks. That's a lot of cocks. I'm refunding your Bonner points. Trout Moss Cove. We can make that happen. Cavern filled with strange foliage. Been remade to not be terrible. Okay. Yeah, my TV watching behavior is I will just put stuff on. While I play video games and while I'm doing other... It's a lot of cocks. That's the Sigma grind set over here. Follow me on Discord, pay me $50 a month, and I will talk about all kinds of cocks all the time. Just kidding. I would never, ever sell content like that. Unrelated, go look at pictures of my feet on my OnlyFans. Okay, cool. We're doing the traditional half water, half not kind of thing. I think there was a big storyline level that showed this same kind of thing. And 3D World. Nothing wrong with that by any means, though. Still baffled by underwater fireballs, but that's fine. I mean, it exists. It's literally just pictures of my feet with food on it. It is safe for work, but I would not say it's safe for life. Does this work? Kind of works. Okay. Okay, I definitely like the underwater stuff not being optional, that it's a split of both, especially if you're going to use the style. I like that a lot more than, you know, pick a side. Esports. Takes care of that. Oh, I lost my box. Stranger Danger.
Stranger Danger 101.
Thanks a lot for the follow there, buddy.
Following. Thank you.
What? Hang on. Can you, is that a real thing? Can you hit stuff in underwater in 3D World only? Or can you only hit this guy underwater? I thought you couldn't hit stuff underwater. Is that Super Mario World breaking my brain? Or is that just a 3D World thing? The night might not be here for... Yeah, drop it in there. We'll see where we're at. The bot will generally tell me if you're offline. I'll check before we get there. And we'll move past it. Stranger Danger, thanks for dropping a love in the queue. How you doing tonight? Got an Amber Alert. What's an Amber Alerty name? But also, I feel like if your name is Stranger Danger, you would not commit Amber Alert tasks. You would lie about your name, or you would change it or something. It's the same thing about like this, like, oh my god, trans people in bathrooms, it's so scary. Like, dude, okay, for real? Like, I don't care how you feel about it. You're probably a dick if you have a problem with it, but let's completely move past that and just devil's advocate. Whatever, fine, it's a problem, or whatever. Like, just neutral, ignore that. Traffic Cone, how you doing tonight? Who the hell is gonna, like, want to stick out like a sore thumb while they're doing something very, very illegal and very, very horrible? Why would you? No one's gonna do that. No one's gonna do that. Not even getting into the statistics or any of the other things. That's just such an absurd thing to be afraid of. Time's low. Time's low. Go fast. Yeah, this is pretty solid. Solid traditional concept here. That looks like the end. Ish. Yep, there we go. Good. You have more than enough time then to finish it too. With your easy short level. Okay. I mean, I'll put it in there, but that might also... I don't know. I don't think that'll give us any issues. Let's find out. But yeah, in general, I really just don't think it's that big a deal. I think that people make a huge deal out of things just because it's one of those things where you're scared of a hypothetical that doesn't happen. It's the same thing that happened with putting razor blades in candy and that kind of stuff, poisoning candy, all that. Oh, poisoning medicine. You know how every piece of medicine you've ever opened has that seal on it that you're not supposed to use it if the seal's broken? That's because there were a bunch of news reports about people tampering with medicine, and it turns out that the one case of that happening prior to that was somebody who did it at home. They tampered with medicine they already had at home. Nobody was tampering with medicine and bringing it back to stores, and nobody has ever poisoned candy and given it to kids. It's just, it's not a thing. The whole deviancy amplification spiral from news companies reporting on stuff and then reporting on each other reporting on it has a tendency to make people really, like, panic about something that's not real, which is how we get things like poisoned Halloween candy and you can't eat anything that's not wrapped, or, oh god, I mean, you probably should throw out unsealed stuff generally, but it's not like it's so common that people are tampering with it that, like, oh my god, you're gonna die. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with sealing stuff, especially stuff that could spoil. But nobody is, like, pressing expensive drugs into ibuprofen and slipping them into bottles. That's just not happening. Yeah, that was really great. That was really great. I do not remember the original if I've played it, but that was a really solid level. Solid, traditional level. All right. Next up here we got BZ. Sports. Yeah. Parents were, yeah, right? Like, I'm sure it's possible and it's okay to be cautious, but the problem, and risk assessment is really important. Like, really having some capacity to assess risk. And a lot of people have treated it as all or nothing for a really long time. Or close to all or nothing, but then weirdly normalize everything else. Like, okay, so the kid can't eat homemade treats, but you'll let them eat candy that's, like, in a twist wrap? You could totally insert a drug or something into a twist wrap. And yeah, like, all that stuff about, like, they were just talking about fentanyl in different colors to give it to kids for Halloween. Do you know how expensive opiate products are? Nobody's giving it away to kids. Kids would be the worst possible customers on earth. People occasionally try to kill their kids with drugs so that they can say, oh, my child ate the drugs, or my child drank the nicotine liquid by accident, because it's really easy to kill a small human with an overdose. But nobody's sneaking expensive drugs in to kill random kids. Yeah, and it's not that hard to get, like, heat sealing things. There's always a workaround. There's always some Machiavellian VG. Thanks for dropping another one in there. Some Machiavellian workaround for everything. But that shouldn't mean that there's no risk either. Like, it's also understandable if you're like, well, I'm concerned about, like, the hygiene of it or blah, blah. Okay, it's probably nothing to worry about, but it's fine. But then it becomes more of an issue when you're screaming about it, when you're using your platform to scream about it. Yeah, a lot of it is theater. Rendir a visit a bazaar pour Louis Suhat un bon année. That was perfect French, right? Right? Nailed it? 100%? Mr. Flex. Let's see what we got. Very good at French, as you can see. Yeah, where's Gabby when you need him? Let me grab a clip of that and send it to him. Oh. Oh, okay. Because you anticipated I would grab the mushroom there? Oh, no, it was on the mushroom. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay. I have feelings. I have feelings about snake blocks. So far, this is fine, though. It's not so short that it's really, really frustrating. What are you doing? There's nothing to label that that's what I was going to do there. But there was nowhere else for me to go except for that. Still a little painful, but it's fine. Themes are very similar to my Meowser level. Yeah, so far feels like a very... Nut. Wow, Snake Blocks and Hammer Bros. Aww. Aww. Okay, Charvarg, you can fuck off. Okay, I wouldn't mind another power-up here. That would be nice. Yeah, reasonable risk assessment about actual dangers. Understanding personal risk and, yeah, there's not much you can do about the amplification spiral. Between the 24-hour news cycle and just how news has been, is things are always going to be like that. Calm down. It's a decent little arena. Not too absurd or anything. Was there a naked pipe? Did I miss it? I'm ready to be angry. Especially after the snake block. A long time ago, Riley, back in before the internet was totally ubiquitous, and even in the early days of the internet, TV ended at a certain time. Almost all TV just turned off after a little while. And news programs did not operate 24/7. There was no 24/7 news network until relatively recently. When that happened, things kind of changed. Everything needed to be a story, and then also there was a lot more, well, I'm glad I can backtrack here. My TV's actually a little loud. A lot more yeah, the anthem. A lot more politicization got into the media too. And even the agencies that really tried to avoid politicization, and heavy lean, it just sort of comes naturally. Especially after 2016 and you know, that whole cycle. The orange president before the old one. Oh, okay. Take that. I don't know why yet, but that's why. Oh, shit. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Weird little story setup. Car guy and Goomba watching me murder their friend. Yeah, you run out of stories, so you need to essentially find stories, and that results in a lot more dumb stuff. And the man, I like the previous arena. I mean, this one's fine. I feel like the Magikoopa doesn't have a good reason to be there, but otherwise it's fine. Okay. There we go. Remember the spin jump? I remember the spin jump. Why do I need it now? Esports. Oh, God. Oh, God. You know, it was kind of fine. We don't need Meowser. Meowser is very often not fun to fight. I don't remember how many hits he has with this, so maybe it's not too bad, but Meowser's not very fun to fight. He's built to be a chase boss, and he works best as a boss chasing you in an auto-scroll or rising lava section or something like that. When you give the player infinite power-ups especially, we got a whole thing on it. Meowser daddy. Not every level needs a boss. You know, you're doing a castle level, you want to have a boss. Oh, God. You also don't have a ton of ground, so Meowser is having trouble landing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Which is also really makes Meowser fights really, really goddamn annoying, because he just won't stay put. But now we're in a position where we're just in RNG hell until Bowser decides to calm the fuck down. And then we have Charvargs for some reason. It's a bad fight. Welcome back, Dolphin. What's up with the motorcycle helmet point reward? Well, what happens is you redeem it, and then I put a motorcycle helmet on. Why, is it turned off? Or something? Is it missing? No, it's in there. Yeah, I put on a motorcycle helmet. I have an old motorcycle helmet from my Moper cycle. It was a 125cc motorcycle, but it was mostly a moped. And the helmet was in good shape. I wasn't going to get rid of it, so this is all it does now. No, it's real. It's a motorcycle helmet. I think I know where it is. I'm 80% oh yeah, I think it's hanging up back there. I'm pretty sure I can see the edge of it. And it's expensive because it's annoying. Yeah, the traditional guide's nice. There's a lot of stuff from that Gabby put together in there, and then a bunch of links to Steve and some other basic content like that too. Just going over some of the basic stuff. Yeah, even if this was the last level in your super world, this is still an exceptionally frustrating fight. No, it just seems random, yeah. I had a motorcycle helmet, and there's a lot of rewards for me putting stuff on my head that people seem to like, so I popped that one in there. Give it one more shot and then we'll just move on. But this is awful. This is really, really awful, and I would strongly recommend reworking it to have more flat ground and less shit. Or honestly, just pull it out. Ugh. It's definitely more than a couple of shots. And if it were like 3 or 5, fine. You know, not that bad. Not great, but not that bad. But this is basic. This is worse than fighting with fireballs. And when you give the player infinite power-ups like this, you almost always are justifying a really tedious and obnoxious fight with infinite power-ups. And when the fight feels so tedious that you can't just let the player have one power-up, the fight should be reworked, not given infinite power-ups. How you doing tonight, H2O? God, it's a lot of fully charged shots. Christ. Yeah, that is just a long fight generally. Yeah, it's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Yeah, the rest of the level wasn't like a shining great level by any means, but it was acceptable. It was a generic castle level that could have been fun if it ended after the pom-pom fight. Forcing the player to go through that Bowser fight is just awful. That's an awful, awful fight. Yeah, that was an awful fight. if you chopped it after the pom-pom fight, it would be a lot better. If you wanted to keep the Bowser fight in there, I would strongly recommend finding a different way to frame the Bowser fight that is less obnoxious. Because the way it is just an annoying fight. And if there isn't much ground for him to stand on, he will leave constantly. He's sports. Yeah, it was just annoying. It was. I've played through Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine's a lot of fun. I don't remember the booze hurting me that badly, but I feel like, especially if you're not speedrunning it, you just suffer. Oh, the lag article? Yeah. Oatmeal does some great stuff. Follow him on Twitter.
Hi, I'm Graham Pooh Bear.
Hey.
Please subscribe to hotfist.com, which, despite sounding like a very inappropriate website, is actually a Twitch streamer. He's better than me at Mario Maker and Mario World.
He said it. That means it's true. I definitely didn't pay $25 for that. Thanks a lot for the sub, H2. I really appreciate it. This is probably my last Prime. No more Bezos bucks. No more Bezos bucks. Going down to Amazon Prime USDA. Amazon Choice. There we go. There's the joke. It's not even my joke. It's from South Park. You quit it last year. Yeah, I mean, if you get more than 35, you still get free shipping. It's never 2 days anymore, either. Let's see. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Look at the bathroom, you bigot. A trans bathroom is just like a regular bathroom. But yeah, it really just drew a bathroom. I'm guessing it didn't have enough definition with just trans bathroom for it to have any reason to do it. If you did trans rights bathroom, we'd probably get like a really pride-heavy kind of thing. But yeah, that's all we got was a bathroom. Just a regular bathroom. Wow, it looks like a bathroom. Take that, bigots. Trans bathrooms are just like regular bathrooms. I don't know who I'm making fun of. No boner bathroom. Then we might get something real weird. It all runs offline. Nobody's going to shut it off, but I'm not going to show you cocks because of Twitch. Because of Twitch rules. Twitch rules about cocks. Giant jazz, kind of hard with flowers. What? What? Alright, let's see what we got here. Aw, I mean, there is a change character reward if you really want it to be Toad. Oh, there it is. I see it. What makes the level Giant Jazz? I assume we're going to find out. Yeah, I mean, if it's really funny, I'll send it in Discord. I can put one of the horrible ones in the NSFW channel. I think I'm the only one who can post images in there. That prevents it from degrading into just actual degeneracy. There. It's Toad. Oh, don't do upside down levels. Okay. No pitfalls, which at the very least reduces my fury. But in general, upside down bad. Weird. What's the theme for this level? How is this? What are we doing here? Weird. So I was supposed to use the turtle and that's there as a backup? Why is it hidden? Oh no. Oh, and that's the end? Really? That was weird. Why is there a coin block there? H2O. Oh, I have a lot of time in Rust, but I'm pretty sure I started with a building plan, but that'll do. I mean, you don't need to build. Were you playing with a group? Yeah, it felt like a dev block. I don't understand what the actual purpose was there, but if the purpose of that is there so the player isn't deathlocked, label it. You know, put a coin there so the player sees that it's there. Don't put trolls in non-troll levels. Generally, especially since the player might have the big mushroom anyhow, so that might push them down into death, right? Even if you hit the block, you'll still break the ground, won't you? Fall down a pit they may. Yeah, don't do that. Don't put trolls in non-troll levels. Why would you do that? Yeah, put trolls in troll levels. In general. Hang on. If it's harmless, if it's a harmless troll or like a fake out, those are funny. I don't like it in barb levels. I like barb. Thanks. But I don't think a troll at the ending is worth it. You're expecting it. Yeah, it's weird that there's a cooldown, but there it is. You're expecting it in Super Mario World Kaizo, and that's why barb does it. I don't like it in Mario Maker. I don't love it in Super Mario World, but I expect it. Yeah, there really wasn't anything going on with that level other than just kind of hold right and go. I don't like Upside Down generally, and Upside Down didn't bring anything special or even meaningful to that level. In general, that's probably better than you trying to make a hard platforming level Upside Down, but just unfun concept. Yeah, I don't really like Upside Down levels. I really wish they'd done like a reverse gravity thing with the on-off blocks or something like that. Trying to get back into solo, struggling to get a base down. Yeah, if you're playing on the main servers, I haven't played Rust in a while, but if you're playing on the main servers, I mean, you need to be a good 5 minutes walk away from like the main areas to put down a base, and then try to talk to your neighbors and be like, "Hi, let's be nice. Here's what I look like. Can we be nice to each other?" And hopefully they won't be penis butts. And then if they are, just camp until they give up and move. Do 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 do. Upside down doggy style. Oh. Yeah, might not like it. We'll probably get porn, I think. But won't the controls be stupid then? Can you put the Joy-Cons on upside down and then flip it that way? Mr. Awesome, how you doing? I don't know. Well, okay. So you would be doing a handstand while the lady is pushing up against the bottom of the bed, right? That's how you do it. So she's under the bed. We should draw this out. We can draw this out. Hang on. Hang on a second. So here's the bed. This is what a bed looks like. And then she's in regular doggy style. Like that. Under the bed. And then you're doing a handstand here. Here's you. And then you got to get your ding dong, in there. So, properly put yourself where you need to be. But this is how it works. That's upside down doggy style. Please, do this. Please do this with all the women. Tell them that this is the new thing and you should do it. Yeah. I'm not really here to art. Do you want me to ask AI to draw it for me? break out the oil pencils over here. We'll go hard on it. Yeah, I feel like it would be one of those extra pointless sex positions, like the about half the stuff you see in porn exists specifically for I have lots of eggs. 2 CP challenging platform level featuring egg. Okay. Like pile driver kind of stuff. Like, a lot of what they do in pornography is entirely so that... Oh, weird. Weird. Okay. Is entirely so that the camera can see what's happening. Hasn't been tested. Keep that in mind. Good. I'm sure I will break it. This is a weird thing that you've done. It's a very weird thing that this level is doing. Yeah, you can go put art in the Discord. We had another regular pop in for a while who was talking all the time. And then he sent some of his art that he drew in it. It stood out as looking unusual for how quickly he said he made it, so I did a reverse image search and then asked him, like, "Oh, did you draw this?" And he was like, "Yeah, I drew it." And then I pasted the source of somebody who drew it 8 months ago on TikTok, and then he blocked me and immediately left the Discord and never returned. Fun times. So just as a general life rule of thumb, I would not take other people's drawings and say you made them. Because the internet. exists. Yeah. Yeah, and I work in IT. I'm a sysadmin. Finding nonsense is like half my job. Yeah, it was just a baffling thing to do. But my alarm bells were already a little bit up because the guy, his Discord initially said he was 18, but then he said he was a cop, and then talked about how he was like a working cop. I was like, okay, this sounds off. And then later posted furry art, and I was like, okay, 18-year-old, active duty police officer who draws furry art. I don't know if this is real. No. Oh my god, that's weird. This is a weird level. This is cool. Yeah, I mean watermark it. But okay, oh my god. So I used to make custom controllers. I would consider that art. It's a very cool concept. Yeah, it's super weird, but it's very cool. Here, hang on. If you didn't follow me on Twitter, you should have. But let me go find this stupid tweet. It's literally pinned. So if you clicked on my Twitter, you saw it. We can go find it. But the only art mediums that I work with effectively, I would say, are mixed media and like three-dimensional stuff. Yeah, he was weird. He was a weird guy. Yeah, there have been very few times where a chatter ever like set off alarms. I was like, this might be something really weird. And every other time, just a private conversation of like, dude, that was super weird. Can you be less weird, please? And it immediately stopped and was fine. And I was waiting for that guy to go like way too far, and then it took care of itself, I guess. I don't know why you wouldn't just say, "Oh, lol, yeah, I guess I didn't make it," or some. It's weird to not try to save face. To just like hard bail like that. It's such a weird thing to do, but I think there's like a weird subclass of people that's just their life. I'm very good at Mario Maker. Oh yeah, Dolphin, that does not surprise me. A lot of the AI art stuff is definitely a moral panic being perpetrated by some of the worst kinds of people. And I'm not saying artists are the worst kinds of people, although sometimes I would say there's a high potential of really irritating, a high number of really irritating artists. Like the same way that like Linux is a very useful operating system. Lots of us use Linux. Yeah, cursed me controller. That's the only kind of art that I really do. Oh, a little bit of pixel art. I'm not gonna go dig that up right now, but I've done a little bit of pixel art too. Linux is useful. It's the basis of almost every phone operating system that we're using. But people who are super into Linux are like the worst kinds of people to talk to. The worst kinds of people to be around, especially in like computer and administrative circles, is just so goddamn annoying. What am I doing there? Am I transferring the spring? Oh god, I'm dropping the spring. Yeah, no. Most of the people I've dated have been... I've dated a lot of people who were artists, like, generally. A lot of art girls have just been way into this. Something about my smell. Muscles. I'm not, like, bigoted against artists. I just don't know why they should be allowed to use the same bathroom as me. Can't they just have their own bathroom? Artist bathroom? Regular bathroom. Okay? I have been seeing a lot of really, like, small dick takes on the AI art stuff from a lot of artists. Okay, if that was the answer, I did it wrong. Oh, I'm putting it on the P. I'm putting it on the POW. That's what I'm doing. Oh my god, can you do this with P switches? Can you do this with P switches? You can do this with P switches, I bet, and then you could have the worst P jump setups ever. That would actually be really fun. Yeah, Curse Me controller does some work. Yeah, the goal wasn't be offensive. iOS might be, but Mac OS is in almost entirely by code weight. It's like 80-something% Linux. It might be less now, but for the longest time that was the figure. I'm pretty sure iOS is still built on some Unix base, but I have no idea. Google it. Android is entirely built on Linux. And that is, it's not to say that Linux has no place in everyday use. By all means, there are lots of good uses for Linux as an everyday operating system. Not really as a desktop OS, not yet. The closest we get is Chrome OS, which is also heavily Linux based. But there's like a weird subclass of people who like aren't just like, I think Linux is really useful and I like the degree of customization that is afforded to me by using an operating system like this, even if it results in a lot of difficulty. I've been there. There are lots of things that I am like that with. Oh my god. Like customizing all my controllers. But man, I don't want to jump through hoops for an hour to play video games on my computer. I jumped through enough hoops using a Windows computer. Plus the great B-Switch music, yep. God, I wish we could do custom music for that. That's another thing that really hurt when I was playing Mario Paint the other day. I was like, dude, the music editor in this game is excellent. What the fuck? How the hell did we not get custom music in Mario Maker 2? Yeah, I don't think that there aren't legitimate concerns about AI image generators by any means. There are real concerns. There's a reason why OpenAI, who I don't like, are giving a lot of money to universal basic income charities and research projects, because they know it's probably going to destroy some jobs. But I think it's going to destroy jobs pretty much the same way that the car did when automobiles replaced horse-drawn carriages and all other types of transport. Or the way Photoshop didn't replace, but supplemented the way artists produce art for use in all kinds of ways. And we have tons of new industries now that make use of digital art all over the place. And today, digital art is considered exactly as valid as other types of art. But I don't think, or cameras. There was probably a moral panic about cameras destroying painting entirely. No, photography is a totally different kind of art from painting, etc. And I think that AI art will never be a perfect replacement, no matter how good it gets for art generally. What I do think it will do is it's going to destroy stock image and stock photograph producing people, but I honestly don't care. At all. Because I also don't think that's really art. It's consumable pieces of nothing. But I think that AI will mostly end up being a tool that is extremely important to artists, and there's going to be a weird, like, we're just not going to talk about it thing, like, 20 years from now when it's just a part of everybody's workflow. It's like, oh yeah, I drew this. I in-painted the outer areas because, you know, I don't want to draw that kind of stuff, but I did everything else. Then there'll probably be a bunch of whatever the future boomer equivalent is of modern artists, like 50-year-old artists 20 years from now, who are like, oh, you didn't paint the whole thing, and then everybody will be like, shut up, Bazoomber. I really hope we call them Bazoombers. Oh, please call them Bazoombers. Riley, when you were much older, call the people my age who are whining about art Bazoombers. Yeah, it's crazy we didn't get an enormous library of Mario songs, but it's also crazy that we didn't just get, like, a real music editor. Like, I like music levels. I don't think they shouldn't exist, but I think music levels could exist alongside of us having a custom music tool that would allow us to replace music on a level basis. Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't want to be called a Bazoomber. They never ask if you're okay, Bazoomber. I think it will end up ruining the types of stock images that are used in all sorts of like news and news-ish articles that are currently pulled. It's going to replace the people like who are making images for Getty, who their career is low quality or low concept photography for like Getty and iStock and all that kinds of stuff. Which is okay. Because those places feed into copyright trolling, and that's like a lot of what they do. And it's not the same. There will still be really awful copyright trolls. We ran into one at work about a year back now, because some dumbass was uploading copyrighted photos they found on the internet into our public-facing database because they didn't like that. It was a really, really dumb thing. Oh my god, I'm bad at this. This is a really, really great concept. I'm just doing a bad job at it. I don't know if I need to grab the spring on the other side, yeah. I don't think that there's necessarily a problem with it. I think I'm just having a little trouble executing correctly because I get nervous when I'm moving. Okay, now we grab it from the correct side. Grab it from the left side and then hop up and drop it. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. I'm just doing a bad. I'm really happy I can get moving right away there, too. The once or twice it seemed like I was missing it, but if you do it right, esports, you can make that jump right away. Which is really, really nice, especially in a tough level. When the timing is forgiving like that. I'm gonna be really sad if I don't eventually need to, grab the POW to use it for something. Yeah, I'm sure there was a ton of fear of CGI replacing practical effects, and I really feel like CGI didn't ever really get that good, like, and I know I'm gonna sound like all the boomers, but man, The Thing had amazing animatronics and practical effects, and I don't feel like I've really seen horror come anywhere near that level of deeply disturbing, even watching it today. And there's a real uncanny valley thing that you get with animatronics especially, that's off-putting in a way that works so well for horror, and I really wish we saw more of that in horror. Like, CG has gotten to the point where it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, like it used to. Oh my god, I'm dumb. But it's still really is obviously like that's an effect. Come on. Yeah, I feel like it really peaked around there. I know the new Avatar makes heavy use of it, but I have no real interest in seeing it. I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw that made heavy use of actual CG, but it's not coming to me. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game, you guys. God damn it! Oh god, some of the CG that they did in Sherlock was really bad. I know it's a TV show, but it's like, dude, come on. You don't need to do dumb CG overlays of phones either, like. Just show the phone over the shoulder. Do the classic shoulder shot. I'm fine with that. I did not see She-Hulk. I have very little interest in either comic book cinematic universe, but in general, I found the sort of ham-fisted way that Marvel movies are delivered, the few that I've seen or seen bits of, just bad. I don't mind Batman. Batman, I'm okay with. Generally. Oh, I'm bad again. There we go. I'll do it the dumb way. But after thank God there was a checkpoint there. After suffering through Deadpool, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to say I'm too old for comic books. I want to say I'm too smart for this. But I don't know. I think a lot of it's just that I have very little whoa, cool. Very little capacity for suspension of disbelief. And very low tolerance for like eye roll hammy stuff. Like, I don't know. It's really hard to describe exactly what I feel like is wrong there. Giant purple man. Yeah, people really seem to like the purple guy. Something about, he had to get a glove and he collected all the gems from different, I don't know, I assume dungeons? Bosses probably held each of the gems that he had to fight. And then he did a genocide and everybody was really sad. That is what I have gathered from late night hosts talking about it and memes. That is the only place I get my Marvel news now. A cool setup. It was an insane setup. But cool. Oh no, that's not too bad. That all works fine. It looks scarier than it is. Can I have a checkpoint? Oh god. I think a lot of that's what it is too, is that they're trying to put out material so fast that quality goes down, but a lot of it seems like too, like, there's this irreverent tone in the writing in those movies especially, of like, I don't want it to seem like I cared too much about this, but also it's a big dramatic important movie, but also because the premise is a little absurd, we're gonna also be kind of slapstick and jokey about it. And it's just like, can you pick a fucking lane here? Like, it's fine for it to be a dramedy or whatever, but oh, that doesn't mean it has to be ham-fisted. Why'd I lose my thing? I don't know. It's hard to describe. But it really grates my gears, and it's not just a Marvel thing either. There's a lot of things seem like they're doing that. A lot of modern writing generally seems like it's starting to do that. Transponder bathroom. I am detecting a no. I also am not using the stable diffusion. I have been meaning to upgrade stable diffusion, but I haven't gotten to it. I've just been really busy. But once I get the new one installed, I think I'll have a toggle for the NSFW filter, so it'll try not to generate not safe for work content. That would be nice. Okay. Wow. Okay. Unnecessary. Oh, good. Another checkpoint. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, well, there's the P-switch that we're going to have. Not familiar. Oh. Oop, oop, oop. I mean, it's probably going to be a lot of cocks. I can say that pretty safely. Is it too many cocks? If I was less lazy, I would do a prediction. Guess if it's more than 3 or less than 3 cocks. Oof. Okay, good. Fucked it. Coming up on it. Yeah, I got a couple in front of you. We've spent a little bit of time on this one, but it's been really good, so then we got stuck to it. Bye. I'm also really smart. Yeah, I feel like I need my girlfriend here to remember things for me. Because I honestly do not remember the last, like, big movie we saw. Ah! Oh, that was not the answer. Well, I tried. Okay. Huh. So I am actually going through there. Yeah, it's going pretty good so far. The failed, but yeah, we're failing a lot. Oops. We're doing real good. I have Smile on my list. I think that was you that recommended it, Mr. Awesome. I feel like I was told there's body horror, so there's gonna be hell to pay if I'm disappointed in it. But I've been so disappointed with horror just in a long time. I'm not generally easily startled, and I can usually feel when that's where they're going. Oh, I was half right there. Okay. I can usually feel when that's where they're going with it. So that, like, there's always clear setups, and when there isn't a clear setup, you can still kind of tell, like, this is the setup for it's not a clear setup. Like, I know what you're fucking doing. And it's so goddamn disappointing. And I really don't think that's a premise for horror generally. Can I have it? Oh, see, it's possible. Anything's possible. Okay. Put it on the list. Ready to be angry. Yeah, the palm's a little hard to grab. If you could offset it, I think that would make it a lot easier. Or just put a one-way there so the player can jump up through the one-way and then land on it. I think that would make it a lot easier without it making it, without ruining the flow or the difficulty of the level. Cool. It's coming. The cocks are growing, probably. I can't see it while they're growing. It's underneath the chat screen. I only have 5 monitors right here. I can't see the cocks growing. I didn't see any of the ads. I'm subjected to almost zero advertising. It's very nice. Oh, you can totally skip that and just jump over to that guy and grab the POW. Oops. That's cheese, yeah, there's some cheese there. I did see like a bumper for Smile before they interviewed somebody for it on the Colbert Report, but I skipped the bumper and then skipped the interview because the lady was really boring. Oh my god. I keep grabbing that. Maybe start that one tile back. That might just be a me thing, yeah. It moves away anyway. And if you moved it out too far, then you gotta go a lot faster. So it's probably fine where it is. Oh. Yeah, actually grabbing that and going might even be easier, too. Whoop. Whoop. We did a thing. Alright. Are the cocks not done yet? I didn't hear the ding. Oh. Wow. Yeah, no matter how much you want the trans Bonner bathroom to offend you, we just got more flowers. I think the issue is that trans is also short for, like, transitional, and it's used often, like, there's probably some, like, artistic style or architectural style that's, like, I don't know. I'm not a person who gives a shit about that. But, like, I don't know, trans-Victorian or something? Yeah, you probably have to put transgender. But then I might get dicks, because we got a lot of dicks when we did the other Bonner thing. Nope, boop, boop. No. I think they're probably okay with regular bathrooms, according to the AI. Gotta be more specific. This is not a porn site. Hey, who's... Twitch is probably a porn site at this point. I don't know. I don't stay super... I want dicks. Nice. Ugh.
Don't judge me, this is art!
We need that right before the AI. Yeah, I'm out on the Twitch meta, but I assume it's still like half booby streamers, right? There was a while when it looked like, oh my god, I'm bad, where things were like moving towards, why did that POW go off there? Where people were doing a lot of body painting stuff. I don't know where Twitch landed on that from a moderation perspective, but it really just seemed like things were a little bit off the rails with, we'll pretty much tolerate anything. Okay, yeah, that's what we did wrong. Oh my god. That guy felt like he was coming pretty fast. Yeah, the hot tub streams I thought started falling back a little as people moved towards like the ASMR and body painting streams. I kept seeing a lot on the front page, which seemed crazy. Like, those are boobs. Those are boobs with paint on them. What are you guys doing? Putting a pasty is not putting clothes on. We've done some hot tub streams. We've done a bunch of hot tub streams. There's literally, oh god. Literally a hot tub right there. I think the camera can see it if I tilt it. That's my hot tub right there. We're all set up here. We might do a hot tub stream tomorrow. We might not. Bad at this level. Well, that's what I was getting at, is that it's not going to see trans as transgender or transsexual. It's going to maybe likely see it as like, I don't know, it's also a prefix. It's a common prefix. So that might be why it's, you know, not going to go there unless you're really specific. If you lack specificity, it's going to mostly go with the most common usage. Oh, we're bad at this. I'm confused. Nope. I literally put in transgender boner bathroom. And again, this AI is not tuned to, is one of my cameras hidden on that screen? Nope, it's just missing. Okay. It is not tuned to, avoid anything, to specifically avoid anything, or, oh, is that one turned off? Oh, that one's broken. Oh, something's wrong. Something's very wrong with my thing over here. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, I put transgender boner bathroom and it's still got nothing. This one isn't tuned in any way to avoid any content that would be considered offensive. It will make pornography. It will make gratuitous and graphic pornography and gross things. The model's a little out of date, but it will also attempt to generate, you know, celebrities and whatever the hell you tell it to generate. So the only thing in here that would be generating undesirable answers from whatever perspective you have of it being triggered or not wanting to make penises is just that we're not asking more clearly enough for penises. No, it's fine with it. It's pretty fine with it. The newer model does have a NSFW filter. There we go. But it's very easy to disable. I assume there'll be a toggle for it in one of the common front ends. But if there isn't a toggle for it, then I'm just going to turn it off and be happy with it that way. Because really weird AI-generated wieners are really funny. When I was getting all that political spam all the time, for Ron DeSantis and I don't know, the other guy, a lot of Ron DeSantis stuff, because I kept sending AI-generated porn of Ron DeSantis nude making out with Trump and other stuff. Read the 4-hour work week. I have not, but I would like a 4-hour work week. I have probably I probably have a 15-hour work week. It varies. Some weeks I have a lot of work. My boss is currently on the mend too, so I have a lot more work too. I would really like if we could start setting up our own AI chatbots more easily. I hope somebody gets something like that off the ground. God damn it, we're better than this. What do we have? 30 minutes? Couple more shots. Yeah, I don't think a 5-day work week is necessary. We've also seen a lot from there's been a couple of places that did large scale studies on 4-day work weeks, and it does look like you end up getting more productivity when people are happier. And it's just so hard to get away from work. I feel like that would just be a lot nicer. I feel like that would be great. Starlight, how you doing tonight? Have you finally started making good levels? Is that what you're here for? Bring me good levels? Oh my god. We may never get to them. There's only 4 levels in queue. We're fine. We'll keep grinding out for a little bit. This has been a really good level that I'm very bad at. Your eggs wobble. Oh, I didn't need to try to go that far. More progress they tend to make, yeah. That was a big part of why 4x10s were really, really nice when I, my first work from home job, is that it was a lot easier to see things through to the end when you were working more time generally. Well, and I mean, some of that ends up being projection to what you. There will always be people who will take advantage of any system that's beneficial, which is why the pure statistics are what you want to look at rather than any like personal emotional response. Like, yes, there will be lazy people. There will be people who won't get done more, and everybody works differently. Like, I'm exceptionally productive when I work from home, and it's a lot easier for me to focus on completing projects when I'm working from home too. Riley, thanks for popping in. We'll see you later. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow in about 21 hours. There we go. And we fucked it. And we unfucked it slightly. Cheese. Backup cheese plan. Oh, God. What am I supposed to actually do there? Oh, the door transition there, it doesn't give me a ton of time to think. And I know I can go back in the door, but I have panicked there a couple of times. I just wish I had a donut block that would set that up and give me a second to see what I need to do. Sports. Okay, I'm very smart. Good. But yeah, the general consensus with the, I think it was in the UK where they just did a pretty large study. And demographically and psychologically, I think pretty similar to the US. You know, they eat beans for breakfast and they have a king. But otherwise, esports. Indeed. Why do I keep doing that? My fingers are giving up on me. Yeah, we'll give it a few more shots, then we'll move on in a minute or two. I really like it, though. And if we don't finish it, which seems very likely, bring me the next iteration. Oh my god! Yeah, well, and there will always be people who work really hard too, and that's another reason why I generally have a problem with being salaried. And if in almost all cases, especially since we just don't really have unions in America anymore, don't accept salary. Don't accept a salary position without without significant compensation and understanding the real criteria of the salary position. I work in IT. So a salary position is almost always ridiculous on-call schedules. And, like, where I'm at now, I have had, like, 3 emergencies in, like, the 2 years I've worked there. I think it's been about 2 years. That's totally acceptable. That's totally fine. Oh, yeah, my brain's starting to give up on it. I really like what's here. I really, really like what's here. Bring it back. Once it sees some changes, too. It'll be fun to take another shot at, but my hands are getting dumb on me. Yeah, really, really cool concept. I have never seen eggs used that way either. There's definitely a bunch of egg memes about over easy or something too. There's a bunch of egg jokes ready to go there. Traffic cone, what do you got for me? 46G. And there are positions that are really, really beneficial for workaholics where you should also be compensated fairly for working more. One position where I was salaried, we were on call for a week, once a month, And we received usually 1 to 2 calls a day. And I demanded that I stay hourly when they hired me on because they were not offering like a significant increase. I was like, no, I just want to stay hourly. And then they gave it to me because they didn't want to argue with me. But even with the hourly position, when I was doing the on-call stuff, it was absolutely absurd. The expectations that we stay sober, and we stay within 20 minutes of work or within 20 minutes of home if we are further than that from work, and like just all this crazy shit. And you're getting emergency calls almost every goddamn day, and it sucked. It absolutely sucked. And I threw a huge fit about my issues that I had with it, and then it's technically not legal to have requirements like that in this state, so they ended up having to shift it. And it pissed them off really bad. But like, you need to pay people for that kind of shit, and you can't be horrible like that. Traffic's new soup, Zeppelin Zap. Hey, I think we've seen this one before. Act your wage. Oh, I want unions everywhere. I want unions to be as ubiquitous as they were in the 70s, man. Yeah, the Greatest Generation had a different world. A totally different world where you could work in a factory at a shit job that sucked. 40 hours a week. You would never have to check emails, ever, outside of work. And you could buy a house on that. You work a shit factory job right now, and you will not be buying a house, ever. Even if inflation stays still and wages stay still, you will not be buying a house. Something like, I think 70% of Americans are paycheck to paycheck. 70% of working Americans. And in general, it just seems like there's a lot of information to show that the value of our labor has gone up without compensation going up. And you can see that a lot in how many companies have had like the most profit they've ever seen at the same time as oh, there we go. As the inflation ruining everyone and hurting everything and jacking the prices up on everything, and like even as supply chain and infrastructural and logistical issues reduce, the prices are not coming down because no one makes them come down. So the self-managing system is just not doing it. So generally my perspective is, and I mean, you know, minors DNI, 18 plus stream and everything. I'm not a huge fan of the younger generation generally, but in the age of information, oh yeah, we broke something here last time too. In the information age too, it's very easy to figure out what you are worth, and very, very easy to figure out why am I not getting what I'm worth. Esports. Smart. Very, very smart. Watch several streamers play the first version. Yes, I did do this before. Unions will always breed terrible, terrible people. It will make it easier for bad people to do bad things. And generally be bastards. Oops. But in general, I don't think it's a good idea to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Those bad people need jobs too. Those terrible people need jobs, and we definitely need a way to get obnoxious people like that who abuse those systems into positions where they can use those skills to, you know, actually be productive. And I really think that's like kind of a mindset that we fail at globally too. Is like, well, what do I do with these people? Do I want to go back down there? Nope. Yeah, Mecha Koopas are a ton of fun. The blue Mecha Koopas especially. Fishsy, I don't remember. It doesn't sound familiar, but I can't remember what I ate 2 days ago. Alright, here we go. I think was there a little bit of confusion with this the first time we did the platform here? Okay, we're going here and open it up. It seems pretty clearly labeled. The visual field is a little muddy, but not to the point where I can't figure out how to proceed. It's pretty clear and it's scraping me off where it needs to. Okay. And then go here. Oh, did I break it? No? Fine. That section was confusing, but it seems like I didn't actually break anything. Okay, yeah, it seems like it's all working. Oh, that works for me. Why do all the tech influencers have Asian wives? Hey, we're not married. We have a large Hmong population around here, but I didn't specifically seek out an Asian. It's the first Asian girl I've ever dated. I also didn't not seek one out. It just... we hit it off in the pandemic. Oop, I think I skipped something there. Oh, yeah. I really wish we could just put the chain chomp lumps wherever we wanted. Huh. Oh, duh. Durr. Got it. There we go. That's what's going on down there. Well, I feel like nationally, our complete and total dedication to number go up might actually be a problem. And I know that's not a new concept either. Oh, I literally have the fire flower and I'm dumb. Good. What am I doing here? I'm having a little trouble figuring out exactly what I'm doing here. But I do generally think that, like... oh, there's what we're doing. That generally workers lack a lot of basic protections that, like, I would consider, like, human rights. There we go. And, like, the fighting of unions at Amazon and at Starbucks, I think, are emblematic of that. Their behavior generally. There we go. That's the end. Yeah, a little tiny bit muddy, but it all works really, really fine. Just visually, it can be a little confusing. But I don't think it's necessary to clean any of that up either, by any means. Just that mechanically, with it being complicated, it's going to get a little muddy. But even when we were confused, we just stood still and everything worked. And I think that's all that's really important. Keep this level up for an hour or two, because why not? Too lazy to upload later. Yeah, we gotta... let me close the queue. Yeah, we're coming up on it, but we're coming up on my end of night too. So we might not get to pound into a ton of it. How you doing tonight, Fish C? You have a good New Year's? Genetics, maybe. Personally, I'm only attracted to my own race. Woohoo! Almost missed past that. I mean, you're allowed to be attracted to whatever you want. I'm not usually attracted to very dark-skinned black women or Indian women, but there's exceptions. There's always exceptions. And I've never been like, oh my god, I could never date somebody who's not my race. That seems weird. You do you. But, did I next? No, we just finished it. That was a solid level there. Mr. Cone. VG Master, let's see what you got here. Never said never. I'm only attracted. You said I'm only attracted to my own race. You don't feel you have a right to a job? It's something that's earned? So what do people who can't earn a job, what are they supposed to do, Mr. Awesome? Like, if somebody can't earn that job, what do they do to survive as a human? Like, how do they get sustenance and shelter? F5H. They don't. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm getting at. And that's also why I think that, like, I really wish we had a way to find jobs for people who do not suit or cannot easily find jobs. And there are some programs for that, but not many, and they're not broad by any means. They're not national. Only equals not only? Okay. This is also a remake. Okay, hey, Box, how you doing tonight? Yeah, in general, I would just try to avoid, like, really crazy self-restriction like that, too. Like, up until I started dating Heidi, I had only dated white girls, but at no point was I like, I would only ever date white girls. Oh, yeah, I remember doing a level with a bunch of Phanto Key stuff. Why are we still Toad? I can't believe none of you have changed me back to Luigi. Oh, okay, fine. There's the door. Doing pretty good, yeah. I'm also getting ready for bed by playing Mario Maker. So that door was... Okay, there's something down here. There we go. So we could have taken that key with, huh? Used to be SMB2 themed level, but it got scrapped. I like SMB2. Goes well with the Phanto key. But, I mean, it works fine without it. If you're not using any of the Mario 2 mechanics, it's not necessary. I do, yeah. I'll be streaming Mario Maker tomorrow night as well. About 21 and a half hours from now. Now I only ever think of, like, fat people climbing stairs when I hear that now. Calm down, Phanto. I was playing Mario 2 the other day, and man, Phanto is much squirrelier in Mario 2. Nut. No. Try to use some of the mechanics, you know? Try to use the big jump, try to use picking stuff up. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with Mario 2 levels, but just play some and you'll get some ideas. Yeah, I like Mario 2 levels a lot, generally. It doesn't have to resemble Mario 2 either. Just, you know, do something fun with the power-up. Or don't. Just make a level that has the power-up. Okay, Phanto, calm down. Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying you need to know everything. All I was getting at was that, like, the idea of a job being something you have to earn, not a right. Like, I feel like that's kind of a position that needs to be defended. Like, that's saying, like, trying to think of a not completely over the top. Okay, Phanto, calm the fuck down. Not completely over the top response. Like a non-hyperbolic retelling of the same concept. Like, is food a right or something that you have to earn? Like, should starvation occur in America if you just don't earn the food? Yeah, and I mean, I would disagree with that. I would say that that basic survival is something that I think should be provided. As somebody whose family did not provide that, who refused it when I needed it, I really wish there were some alternatives. Because climbing out of that pit is a goddamn nightmare. It is a goddamn nightmare. And I don't think anybody should have to suffer through that. Just because they're misfortuned. That sucks. I don't think there should be some lap of luxury, but man, I do wish that, in general, that there was some way to have basic food and shelter provided. That was always available. Dude. That's another reason why unions are really helpful, too. If you're working 2 horrible shit jobs to pay for a rat-infested, insect-infested nightmare apartment, which I did, and you can't lose your job, or you will lose the place you live, and you won't be able to eat or live anywhere, but then the job knows that, and they can do anything they want to you. They can change the days that you work 1 hour before your shift. They can literally be like, come in now or you're fired. All things that have happened to me. They can do horrible things to you if you have absolutely no fallback plan. And they do. Yeah, that was really good. I like that. Yeah, solid. Yeah, good use of the Fanto, for sure. Is doing the slow-moving platforms like that is pretty fun. And it wasn't, like, heavily trapping either. Like, it didn't, like, get you stuck for too long or get really frustrating. Giving the player a power-up prevents them from being really annoyed, with Fanto being a little janky, too, which really helps. Mr. Awesome, let's see what you got. I would, in an ideal system, I think that we would attempt to find jobs for people who could not find jobs for themselves. That we would try to find something that they could do where they had really low potential to do any damage, even if it was literally like make work kind of work. There's still make work that needs to be done. IG. Like, there's still garbage work that needs to be done. And some people simply may not be able to function even that much, that may not have any other alternatives either. And if there are some people who need to live in like a shelter forever and be taken care of, you know, we do that for all types of like severely mentally disabled people. Couldn't you argue that there are some people who that might be what they do? I don't think it's a good life direction. I don't think you should live a lap of luxury, but just being able to have some place to stay and be guaranteed food would sure have been nice when I was homeless. That would have been amazing. Then I wouldn't have been eating out of dumpsters. And stealing food, which could have landed me in prison. And then it would have been terrible to ever get a job again. And yeah, the medical stuff's a whole huge mess too. Yeah, medicine's a mess in our country. There's no money for not working. There's money for... A lot of people will push the system to cover... diagnoses of anxiety and things like that. It's a hassle, but it is out there. But yeah, there's no I don't work, give me money programs available. Yeah, Social Security and disability are available if you have a disability. Stuff like that. Belches do the work. Yeah, I was homeless twice. Yeah, it was not fun. I would not recommend it. All right, what do you want me to take a look at here, Mr. Awesome? Let's see what you have not played. Well, I didn't have a choice, though. My dad threw me out, and I didn't have any options. The first time I stayed, I was able to convince my girlfriend's family to let me stay with them for a couple of months. And then when she graduated high school, she went to basic training, and then I needed to be out by then. I was able to get an apartment, and it was a rat-infested shithole. And I did that and worked 2 shitty fast food jobs, and that was what I did. The second time was a couple years later, and then I slept or lived in my car. And crashed on couches whenever I was able to do so. But a lot of nights in my car. And if I didn't have a car, things would have been absolutely miserable. And man, especially at the time, the people, the shelters would not let you stay there if you had a car. And they had a ridiculous curfew. You had to be back by 5, or you had to get a sign-off every night if you were going to be out before 5 from a manager or fusupervisor, and it was a fucking mess. So you couldn't stay in the shelter. Thwomp Switch Tower, Twinkle Twister. I'm gonna do the Mario 3 one. But yeah, just basic survival I think should be guaranteed. I really feel like, you know, that just makes sense. Oh, cool, okay. And then if I touch the sides, they go off. Okay. I pulled through it. It was a lot easier because I lie freely for work. I learned that very quickly. If you need work, you lie. You always lie. You need to know your rights and you need to lie. Oh, okay. So that is why we don't want to do that. That's a cool setup, though. Oh, please, God. Okay, no. I thought it was going to be a spot the difference thing. But it's also much easier. I know a lot of people who have been in the same position or similar positions, and their lives are irreparably damaged. It's very, very hard to get out of that situation. A lot of people don't make it out of that situation. They spiral forever. if you mix drugs or any other type of like transient mistake into there, like maybe you've smoked weed. There's nothing wrong with that. It should be legal, blah blah. Maybe you don't like it. I don't care. The point is that like wrong place, wrong time, and smoking weed and all that, like that can give you a criminal record forever and then nightmares. Like there's all kinds of things that can make that one small problem spiral into an infinite problem. Yeah. Yeah, and I really think a lot of people just have never been in that, anywhere near that position where they don't understand, like, oh. Oops. Well, kind of survivable. Some people don't have a fallback plan. Some people, like, some people's families just aren't like that. I'm close with some of the members of my family now, but they still probably wouldn't let me stay with them if I needed it. And it's not because I'm untrustworthy, it's just because they're kind of dickheads. They also had rough roads. None of them had anywhere near as difficult a road as I did. They had their own unique issues though, and they also know how close they were to falling over an edge and didn't want to. Okay. He really wants to be annoying. There we go. Wings' HP is such a cool concept, and I wish that was more universal, for like there was a way to add more HP like that. How did you eventually get out of that rut? I'm not missing him, I just didn't get there yet. Sports. Yeah, it was... I don't want to trauma dump or anything, but for real, like, if I ever get any of, like, the weird Twitch trauma dumpers who will not stop, I will just overload them. It was... That, honestly, isn't even the worst, anywhere near the worst things that have happened to me. I do not yearn for those days, but nowhere near. Yeah, I would love a big Kamek, man. I would also like a Kamek magic generator. That would be a really fun tool. There's no way of fixing it, but I think if more people would universally agree, like, actually, you know, the whole idea, love your neighbor, do unto others and that kind of thing, like, if you've always had help when you needed it, recognizing that some people can't or don't, that's really what it boils down to, is, like, help. If you hear there's a homeless shelter getting set up behind you, instead of thinking, oh my god, what if a bum stabs my kid, be like, homeless need a place to stay. That's a really, really, really common thing with homeless shelters is if they're anywhere near anybody, they always protest, no matter how supportive they are. But yeah, I got out of that rut slowly. I crashed with friends and did what I could until I found what was the next thing there? I eventually moved into that was before I moved into the efficiency with, like, there were 8 people in this literal 0-bedroom apartment. It was a very, very crowded thing, and for a couple of months I slept in between 2 mattresses. And it was pretty awful, but I paid like $80 a month in rent, and I was able to accumulate enough money to get an apartment, because people really suck about apartments. Even then, they weren't running credit checks at the time, but they would still want, like, work history and all that kind of stuff, and they wouldn't rent you if you had a bad work history. And nobody will give you a job if you're a bum. After I was staying with friends that I got a job with one of the friends that I was staying with in that efficiency. Okay. Alright, Magic Koopa. But yeah, it was a real tough to get out of it, and it involved a lot of fuckery. And it sucked. And I ate a lot of dumpsters. Okay, keep it. Little Caesars was great in the winter because the pizzas are always good. They throw them out and they freeze. And then places like CVS, Osco Drug, like little drugstores that have frozen food, they never sell it all, so they would throw it out all the time. Yeah, if everyone had a stable family, societal problems would be fixed, but that's also not really an enforceable thing. Especially since we have, with more abstinence-only sex ed kind of stuff, and us shying away from sexual education, and us pushing towards no abortions and less abortions. I do not think abortion is an effective birth control. I think it's an insane thing to use as birth control. But that said, it's still better than having a child before you're ready, because that will drag you down and that will ruin that kid's life. It's gonna suck. Yeah, that was great though. That was super fun. That's a fun mechanic, but there's no real danger to hitting the thwomps into the switches after you see what they do. And I feel like you probably could have found some way to work that in a little bit more, but you'd have to be really careful not to be really annoying. Ugh. Yeah, really, really fun concept though. Yeah, I would not mind I would not mind at all if they put a little bit of like Game Builder Garage into Mario Maker. Like some real extensibility would be really cool. There's a ton of different ways to draw the line, and the semantics on drawing the line on where it is and isn't murder it depends on both your religious perspectives and a lot of other things. But I think that heartbeat is a bad place to call it. I would personally say that like when the thing has enough conscious thought to identify itself is the point where you should, you know, be able to get rid of it. And that's basically not even till after birth is where I would. Oh, sorry about that, box. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. What do we got? 10:38? We might not get through a ton of yours there, Fishsy. 1GR. Oh, wait, no, that's up next. I forgot to hit next. Okay, we got 20 minutes to get in there. We'll get something going. Or my. Abortion very close to birth is very similar to murder. I would agree with that. But I would also say that you have the right to murder something that's inside your body. At least in certain circumstances. You should be able to choose your life instead of the life of an infant. Because you can probably produce more infants or find an infant who needs a mother one way or the other. And I think that should generally always be an option. But I also think that a lot of people will use, like, fringe cases as an excuse to justify anything. But that said, I don't think you need that. I don't think medical marijuana should have ever been legal, and fuck everyone who was into that. It was just a shortcut to legalizing it, and you do not want the FDA to do that. So I don't want to argue that, like, well, it is and it isn't murder. It probably is always murder. You should be allowed to murder something that's inside you. It's yours. It's in you. It relies on you for life. You should be able to make that choice. I'm pro-abortion. Condoms aren't 100% effective. Condoms break and have problems. But most people get pregnant because they made a mistake or they didn't think about it. I don't know. If you wanna... Oop, there it is. Download. I don't think we played this. If you wanna get really semantic about it, about like the potential for life, then I would go the like ultra biblical literist. Made a mistake. Like they didn't think about the consequences, or one thing that I've seen very often is like birth control is very effective, but if you're fast and loose with when you take the birth control, sports, that effectiveness goes way down. And then from there, you can deal with there we go. I always forget where I'm going. You can just not have sex. You can do non-penetrative sex until you're safe again, which is like a week if you get back on right away. But a lot of people are just impatient or don't wait. Downloaded courses. But also, condoms are absolutely miserable. Hey, Debop, how you doing tonight? Mario 3, always my favorite. Queue is closed, though. I am wrapping up pretty soon, but I'll be back in 21 hours and 20 minutes. Doing more viewer levels. There we go. Don't be. Should really start a podcast. Who would listen to it? Yeah, I'm a-religious. I have... Again, I don't want to trauma dump, but my dad remarried a really horrible Baptist lady. She made me read the whole Bible. And let me tell you, if you want to lose your religion, you should read the whole Bible, end to end. That... All right. Pit. Well, find me somebody to argue with. Find me somebody to argue with who doesn't get too butthurt. I lost it. Just took the level down. Congratulations. Let's move on to a new conversation. I feel like I missed something I wanted to hit on. Oop. Are we going in and going back there? I think that's what we're doing. We're going in and going back. Yeah, Nintendo's mean. There we go. Yeah, we just need to pull back a little bit and then we're fine. Okay. But yeah, a lot of people just don't plan well. Or make minor judgment errors that it just winds up that way. That's not necessarily their fault, and okay. I don't think that abortion again is a good use, is a good choice in those cases, but I also don't think it should be off the table. I don't think it's my choice either. I think that's what it boils down to, that it's more of a personal morals thing than a federal morals thing. And it's strange that the right especially doesn't usually agree with that, because they're usually big on bodily autonomy generally. But yeah, that's the other thing too. Having sex is more than just impregnation. I personally have almost never used condoms, like ever. Oh yeah, sorry about that, Dolphin. Did it again. Yeah, but I've always, especially as I got older, but since my mid-20s, before I have sex, do a STD test. And anybody who doesn't want to, like, okay, well, then I don't want to have sex. But I've never been somebody who's really, like, panicked about, like, I have to have sex right now. I've never been really totally super unplanned about it. Like, usually that's something that gets talked about really early on. After the first or second date, it comes up. There we go. That's a pretty good setup. Where's the bees? There's no bees in Super Mario World. Oh my god. That's really stupid, but it works really well. I feel like I should have saw that coming, but I absolutely did not. I assumed something else was going to come down the chain. Yeah, I think that's what it is for a lot of people. And I think that I've been, I don't know, that my perspective's always been pretty rational, which helps. That I've always been real safe about it. And then on the other side of the not condom stuff was very, very careful monitoring of birth control. Not as like a draconian thing, but as a like, this is how I am, is that something that you're okay with? Like, this is a conversation that comes up very early as well. Because I don't want to ever have kids. I'm planning to never have kids ever in my life. That's my goal, and I would do anything to preserve that goal. There it is. But I've been extremely responsible in the pursuit of that. If something went wrong, then I would feel like, especially if I know for a fact birth control has always been taken appropriately and all methods have been followed and something goes wrong, I do feel like that would be my right. Oh, Starlight, there's a tiny chance, but it's very small. There's always a tiny chance of if you go outside, you might get hit by a meteor, but you're still going to go outside because you like going outside. For some other people, maybe they don't want to. Well, I guess I don't need the red coins. Yeah, I'm not saying everybody should be like that by any means. I just know what my parents were like, and I don't want to ever have the opportunity to be like that. I also heavily discouraged one of my sisters who shares the same father as me not to have kids, and she did not agree. She had several kids, and they're pretty bad already. Oh, I need the red coins? What are you telling me? Oh. Guy, no chat trolls. Don't troll me in chat, because I'll take it seriously and I'll ruin my brain. Well, maybe we come back through there later. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't be offended at all if you guys wanted to bail or didn't want to talk about it. Or I'd say mute it, but everybody processes trauma, however, they in lots and lots and lots of different ways. Does this work? Oh my god. So you're under absolutely no obligation to listen to me babble about it. I'm not going to be offended if you're like, I'm leaving. Because we're going to wrap up in about 20 minutes, probably. Hard to have reasonable... Yeah, a lot of people just aren't. You know, I'm more active on Twitter now, and that is the least reasonable place on Earth. It's like an image board, except nobody's anonymous. They're just awful. Whew. Just less racist. Not racist, just a little less racist. Yeah, and you know, I've never been responsible for an abortion anyway. But that doesn't mean that I think anybody who's had an abortion is bad, even if they had an abortion because it was essentially birth control for them. I think that's irresponsible, but I also think irresponsibility is pretty normal. There's a lot of nuance to something like this that doesn't really fit into just a short ramble. What do you keep the mushroom? No, okay, we're fine. We're doing it right. If I shut you up first, I win. Yeah, that's big on Reddit now that you can just block people after you reply and then they can't reply back. God damn it. Oh. Am I actually supposed to stay there and get fished? For me, I wouldn't take the chance because I've had a lot of bad run-ins with like trust stuff just generally. I would need to be able to trust that for sure. You need to get fished? Oh god. And yes, somebody could try to like cock trap. That's possible. It's rare, but I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure there are people who are like that. But if I suspected that was a possibility, I would not take that risk. The one gal I dated who was a little fast and loose with the pill, we would just not do penetrative stuff if she missed a day. And I would also keep a timer for it too to help remind her. I also had a timer on my phone to be like, hey, it's time. Yeah, everybody might lie, and then you might have to deal with it, yeah. Magic. Is there another one? Okay, I saw something get set up over there, so... Oh my god, what are we doing now? No. Oh! Did you soft lock me? Okay, that'll happen. We'll try it again. We're pretty early on still. We'll give it another shot. We're at the beginning. Yeah, and again, if you just start doing that because you don't trust your girlfriend, that could come off super crazy. Don't do that. Don't do stuff like that without like a conversation with somebody about it. For me, it was important, and it was one of those things where, like, if me having a timer, like me having an alarm to remind her to take the pill, wasn't acceptable, then the answer would have been, okay, well, I need to know if you miss it, always, like, for me, and then we will do something else. Yeah, no one's a mistake. No one should be treated as a mistake. You should, it's okay to recognize that I did not plan to have children right now. Man, Fishsy, that sounds like a Twitter take right there. What about Hitler? Hitler was a mistake. There it is. I don't know why I broke last time. Did we just dawdle for a little too long? Why would I need a fire flower? How would I have the fire flower? I don't trust you. Don't. Oh, you monster. Can't you make this? You can make this. Ha 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 ha. thought process happy accidents. Yeah, don't. I mean, I literally heard that. I literally heard that. My mom, my mom often told me I was a mistake. Oh, you can make it, and it was wrong. Yeah, you can rapid tap your way through there. But it doesn't seem like that's the answer either. Wait? Not wait. Okay. It's right. You're not triggering the thwomp. Oh, okay. Is that because I was big? Maybe working as intended? Wow, wow, wow. That was jank as fuck. That feels really janky. I keep waiting for that to fuck with me, and then I get frustrated, but we make it through there every time, so it seems fine. Okay, let's take the hit. Just lying to me. Oh, the fish. We know the fish is there. Oh, coin. Relationships are pretty based. Oh. Yeah, a relationship should always increase your happiness. That's kind of the whole thing there. That's what you should be looking for. You should also have reasonable expectations. And the same thing we were talking about previously. Get exercise. And be social. It'll happen. Alright, hang out. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like people... This goddamn cough drop is making me salivate too much. People will really, really shit on dating sites and all that kind of stuff generally. And it's a cesspool. It's a numbers game, and you are sifting through shit to find something decent. And there are some really weird disparities in how the genders treat it, but it's still a decent way to start talking to people, if nothing else. You have some, and then you don't meet them. That's good. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it just didn't work when I was big, so good. Was really expecting a thwomp up there. They helped. Yeah, a lot of desperate people, and a large number of women on the sites want attention. Rather than a relationship, or want to relish in having a lot of options. But there are a lot of toxic men there too. There's a lot of toxicity. Attractiveness is important, but honestly, for men, like women, like 90% of it is attractiveness in a lot of cases. Whether or not they're going to get attention and be able to have conversations. With men, honestly, if you are confident and in decent shape, someone will find you attractive. And it honestly does not matter like how hideous or bad your complexion is or whatever is wrong with your face. If you're in decent shape, oops, hole. Wait, how would we ever return to that hole? I don't know how we would get up from there. And confident people will get into it. And all of that will come. Confidence will come from just socializing. Go and be social. That's very important. As somebody who used to not be able to really make eye contact with people, it's very, very important to learn how to socialize normally. No. No, sign up for my podcast. Just come to my new Sigma grind set alpha Discord where you can pay $49.99.99 and I'll teach you hands-on in my high quality courses how to grind your Sigma alpha set of Grindery. Very legitimate. I'm in Romania for other reasons. Touching grass. Touching grass is the answer. Oh. Girls like grass touchers. They like it when you touch the grass. Okay. Do this. Oh, wow. Mean fish. That's a mean fish. We're going really fast. Oh my god. Yeah, social media had a pretty strong impact. It doesn't have to, though. You can meet people that way, too, although especially for not conventionally attractive men, that comes off creepy. I definitely recognize the privilege there in that, like, I have hit on girls on Facebook. Never, like, horrifyingly, but I've been like, hey, you want to get some coffee? And it works. If I was more creepy, it wouldn't work. There's a girl behind me. I did not hit on this one on Facebook. This one I met on Tinder. Well, then go put one on.
I'm gonna pull it and then...
But there are lots and lots of people out there socializing, and there's probably something you do that you could do socially. Like the thing that we've touched on a lot of times is like kayaking or hiking. There are groups that want to do that everywhere. And there may be girls in those groups that maybe you could talk to. I don't know, being all lonely forever. Go away, no girls allowed. It broke again. I don't know what causes that to break sometimes. Oh, wait. And I'm soft locked? Yeah, I'm soft locked, yeah. Yeah, occasionally, I'd say it's... You see that take sometimes that, like, hitting on women can be entrapping or make them feel uncomfortable. Don't do that. But I also don't think, like, telling someone, like, hey, you're really pretty. Do you want to get coffee sometime? I don't think that's ever offensive or an assault. And I think that doing that, like, just asking people that, even if you get shot down and getting used to it, is really healthy. Because I've been shot down a lot, too. Yeah, there are a ton of options. Tinder... I would say, in my experience, something like 70% of people on Tinder legitimately are looking for a relationship. And very few people, like maybe 1 in 10 women, were looking to just slam ass. And when you're clear, I don't want to just slam ass, like I'm not looking for hookups, then they don't bother you. Then you don't have to deal with it. Or people, you know, trying to tell you they want a relationship when they don't. That's not really a thing that's gonna happen. Hinge I had really bad experience with, but that might just be the Midwest. But I wouldn't say discount anything. I had some good conversations on Bumble, but I never had a single date off of Bumble. I had a lot of conversations and a good amount of dates through Tinder. Facebook dating is okay, but I feel like the sun is kind of setting on Facebook. Oops. Oops. Touch me. Touch me! What are we at here? 11? We'll give it a couple of more shots here. We're so close to the checkpoint, but we're so dumb. Sports. And the later it gets, the dumber I am at troll levels. Get married. Gamers. I mean, eventually. Hot dot dist? What? I wonder if you could get out. Well, it wouldn't matter if you could get out of there with the fire flower anyway. A little. Disagree. I don't know. I think that divorce should generally be punitive, but you can also agree to split amicably, and people staying together because they believe they need to is incredibly bad for kids in some situations. A lot of people can't responsibly stay in a household with someone for the benefit of their children. And in those cases, it's probably better to split. There's some good stuff in the first part. Oh my god. No, I'm just gonna run into the saw. But I would really like if punitive divorces were more accessible generally. I like generally that women have more autonomy. I don't think that, you know, parenthood shouldn't be a thing or that one parent taking care of the children shouldn't be a thing. But I also don't think that someone should have to furnish somebody else's lifestyle just because they don't, like, have a job necessarily. Or that that should be a source of income in the case of a divorce, in all cases. But I also just think that more people should be comfortable with talking about punitive contracts. Like, for example, if I ever get married, I will have a contract that any infidelity results in surrender of all marital property and any other property that I can legally get away with. I'll talk to a lawyer, but anything I could get away with. In my view, I can't understand why you would ever be like, not just be like, okay, I want to cheat, I need to end the relationship. Oh, that's what I was missing before. That makes a lot more sense. It's literally a phone call. You call and be like, it's over. If you're already married, then you have more work to do, but, well, then you got married. You agreed to do the work. Go. Hang out. There we go. I don't think I would beat my kids. I'm not prone to violence. My father was. But not just my experience with that, but the time I spent a lot of time learning to deal with my anger in effective ways. And the most effective way, honestly, is to just let it out right away. That's what works for me. Whenever I'm pissed off about something, I bitch about it. God damn it! I don't love that I don't love that fish. I know he's there, but it's hard to react that quickly. If it was something where I could position correctly, then I wouldn't feel so bad, but we get moving right away, which makes it feel harsh. It's not hard to react to. Maybe I'm just bad. This comes up often enough, but I really don't like how often we normalize things that are kind of bizarre. Like, it's super goddamn weird to lie to your kids and tell them Santa's real. That is super fucking weird. And I don't understand why you would want to create, like, a broken trust scenario like that and have it be a normal part of life. And if I ever had a kid, they would also shit all over that on everybody else's kid just naturally. As somebody who's been in a lot of I've never cheated on anybody, but I've been cheated on a lot. I would have trouble with an open relationship. I don't think I would want to share someone in a relationship effectively. But I do think that an open relationship could work for people who actually are built that way. I don't know how many people are, but I've known people who've been happy with it. There we go. Okay, you can just kind of move right a little bit. I was really worried I was just going to fall off if I did. That's not happening. But I think that usually it's kind of mutual. I think that in my general impression of polyamory or open relationships is that both partners are allowed, with some, usually with limitations, to have other relationships or at least other sexual relationships. Some people treat sex differently. I get that. Yeah, I didn't even like my parents. I wasn't that devastated. But I was baffled that everyone was told this lie. It hurt me that everyone was told this lie. And it was strange that everyone believed the lie and then was okay with having been lied to. What the fuck? I don't even understand that setup. Yeah, and if it was, maybe it's more of an open secret now. With access to the internet and everything, maybe that's how it is. But I still think it would be weird for them to have believed it at some point. God damn it. 14 seems old. I don't know. I don't remember how old I was when I learned either. Yeah, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. I prefer monogamy, personally. But I also don't think that everybody who's doing an open relationship is wrong. I think that if a lot of women who were with me who cheated on me were capable of admitting that they wanted something I didn't have, either more sex or different sex, that they might have been a lot happier. One of them was in an open relationship right after, and then I think got it out of her system, and I think she's just married regular now. Is it this? Nope. Why can't I bring that POW with? Google it? I don't know. Google it. It varies based on country, but it's not what you see in porn. It's like 4.5 or 5 inches. Why can't you figure this out? Because I'm smart. I guess and no. How many people have you had sex with? Mr. Awesome, you also have to recognize that, like, your experience isn't necessarily everyone's experience either. For example, the first girl I had sex with was an absolute nightmare. It was awful. It was like slapping mud, and I would hugely have preferred masturbation, and I had no idea why everybody liked sex so much. And if I'd like stayed with her and gotten married to her, that would have been just misery. Well, I hit it again though. How am I? Oh, because the block is broken. Okay, that's how I'm not fine. Okay. And having had more sex after that, I think really helped me get a good understanding that I may not have otherwise had of it was not fun. She did not move and was not really interested in getting better at it or in exploring anything sexually, so it was just really boring. We may have eventually gotten better, but it didn't seem like it. It didn't seem like that was likely. We just did not have good sexual chemistry, and there was no way to really understand that that was a thing without the benefit of hindsight. But I also think that, like, for me personally, and I've only banged like 14 different women. It's almost all been in long-term relationships. I've only had 2 hookups, and they were not fun for me, but I don't think hookups are inherently wrong either. You might be able to sneak through here with a mushroom with a little bit of work. Oh, I could just wait for the mushroom to come back, damn it. Oh, nope, I get one. But yeah, the spending time with a lot more women also helped me understand that I really enjoy, like, mutual pleasure a lot. Like, I think that's a big part of it, and I don't think I would have gotten there if I, like, married the second girl or third girl I fucked. Yeah, I dated one girl who was the same height as me, but I'm 6'1", so I'm pretty tall. But I wouldn't have a problem with dating someone taller than me. And people who are really, really height focused are generally, oh, that'll teach me, generally dickheads. I took my height off of my dating profile on Tinder for a while, and then when people would ask me how tall I was, I would tell them and then be like, how tall are you? And no matter what they would say, I would say was wrong. Because that type of stuff is just nonsense. If that's your first goddamn question, I understand having a preference, but when that's like literally like make or break, fuck off. I've dated a lot of women shorter than me, and I've dated women the same height as me, and I would not have an issue with dating someone taller than me. God, that is a weird setup. What is happening there? Oh my god, my brain. What are we at? We're at 11:11. We'll keep going for a little bit. I assume there's another checkpoint probably too, so we're probably not going to get through it. But remind me, if you just drop your maker ID in there tomorrow, Fishsy, we could start from there. We can just do this from the download. Just remind me it's in there. This is funny. This is comedy. That's the difference, Starlight. Jokes are supposed to be funny. No, nobody legitimately thinks, there is no legitimate map positive movement. That is literally That's not even moral panic. That's literally just, people who are convinced it's real, like, making it real. It's like a tulpa, but a stupid tulpa. You need to revise it a lot. Yeah, fix it. Bring it back. Bring it back. We'll take another look. There we go. Are you telling me not to get it? Yes, you are. Okay. Back to the thing again. I should have looked. You're too not pro to understand. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, the map positive thing is almost... I've never seen a real one. Like a real actual one. Like every single time I've seen like memes about it, I've looked for the account. Then I've looked in those deleted Twitter history things. And they always seem to be new. I don't know if it's a real thing or if it's literally just like of trolls trolling trolls to insist it's real. And then underneath the trolls trolling the trolls, it's the same thing as QAnon. It's a bunch of trolls trolling trolls, and it gets so carried away with itself that it becomes real because some of the trolled trolls are like, this must be real, so I'm gonna do it. And I'm positive that's what happened with Q too. It was a once or twice, it was probably a previous federal employee who had a high level of clearance, who pretended to have a higher level of clearance. Oh my god, I got the mushroom again. And then idiots took off from there. I mean, Starlight, that's fine too. Some people are just aromantic. You can be aromantic and want sex, you can be asexual and want romance, or you can want none of it. But I also wouldn't embrace that because you said, I wonder what a relationship is like. If you wonder, find out. Yeah. A lot of it'll come naturally, too. I imagine a lot of that not seeing yourself that way is probably just weirdness. Social weirdness. Yeah, it'll come. You'll figure it out. Oh. Can you find me the names of those professors? That's one of those things that I actually really like digging into. I've never been able to find a case of a real one that appeared to be a real human. Like, even when you find the pictures of people, we aren't quite at the point where you can easily identify someone from a picture. But I bet once we have technology like that where you can find a human being and question them, we would find that it's always a troll. I would imagine. I'm sure there's some exceptions. But in every case that I was able to pursue, it leads down to nowhere. I was not naturally social. When I was a kid, I could not make eye contact. I stammered really, really badly, like really bad. And I would get sick and feel like I was gonna vomit if I like had to talk to somebody for too long. Get away from me. That mushroom's fast. I feel like if you back that mushroom up like one tile, it would give me a little bit more time to react to it. But that's pretty funny. I do feel like there's been kind of a number of reaction-based things here that are making me need to go a little faster than I want to. Minson, how you doing tonight? I don't think that everybody who has severe social issues can definitely fix severe social issues, but I do think it's definitely possible if that is what you want. It was what I wanted, and I figured it out. But I do think that it's worth the effort, even if it seems like pain, because socializing is important generally. Straighter than the speed of light. Good. We're getting ready to wrap up pretty... Oop, there we go. Pretty soon here. You just don't do anything. Well, go do things. There we go. I don't believe anything. Okay, there's nothing there. Alan Walker. Yeah, that'll be fun to look into. Because, yeah, I'm sure there are some examples. But I don't know if there's really a movement. We were discussing that. I think you were here when we were talking about it the other day with the fucking lolicon stuff, and then my buddy went and looked it up, and he was like, nope, never mind, I have no support for that. But there was a tiny bit of a grain of a... What? Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's a good setup. Oh, is that a good setup? All right. A couple more shots here. But yeah, there's... We talked the other day about, and I wish I should look up the name if I'm going to reference it, because I'm sure it's out there. Because the guy was on, it was Oprah or Ellen, but it was like a big talk show where he was, he accepted that he was attracted to minors but would never act on it, and that was like his whole thing. But then like when he like took off and actually like had people wanting to talk to him, his life fell apart, because of course it did. But I also, my perspective is still like, I wish we had a way to help those people, but as things are right now, I really think the best thing to do is keep them away from other people, keep them away from children forever. Oh, okay. I think the troll missed me, so that's good. God damn it, there's CP2. Yeah, I had pretty bad social anxiety, and it got a little bit, came back a little bit with the pandemic too, but it seems like I'm okay. But I do feel like if you want to talk to people, I feel like engagement can really help deal with that. In a lot of cases, not in all of them. That was pretty good, yeah. Isn't that the first? I don't think he was proud of it. I think that at least in that case, and it was a long time ago when I saw it. But best I could recall, he wasn't proud of it. But he wasn't behaving in a way that he was like absolutely ashamed of it. It was just more like, this is a part of me that I need to deal with, and I know I'm dealing with it in a way that will never hurt anyone. But it is very difficult. No. Aww. Zero effort. How was that? I assumed he meant the red block. Did you mean the red block? Because the red block was funny. Yeah, the hitting me before the checkpoint is pretty low effort. It's, you know, expected. I feel like you accept a certain level of lazy trolls just in general. That's just a part of life. You meant the cannon? Oh. Yeah, the red block was good. Yeah, I figured that's what we were talking about. I like this one. Yeah, I mean, this one's low effort too, but it works really well. It operates on the panic the player will have when they approach it, and then you have a funny little thing that happens. Esports. There we go. Fake CP2? Yeah, just wait here for a sec. Okay, fine. Okay, I can't jump back up there. Oh! There we go. CP2. Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that, where you're actually engaging with people in a less directly social way, can be really, really helpful. Yeah, when I was kind of disappearing up into a no socialization thing, as an adult, I started going to Smash Bros. Tournaments, and that helped me, like, socialize normally again, too. Which was really, really, really helpful. Okay. Yeah, it helped. Yeah, it's weird, is Discord VC especially can make me pretty nervous. Because I have so much trouble comprehending people with accents, it makes me feel like ashamed of how dumb I must sound. That's lazy but great. Small Smash Bros. Tournaments smell fine. Large tournaments don't smell great sometimes. I used to give a ride to a very large man who I at one point had to tell him, like, guy, you have to shower before I pick you up. And then he did. And then it was better. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like I would be less weird about it now if I actually started doing more voice stuff. Got him? I just don't. Very large man. He was a very large man. H2O, welcome back. We're up later than we should be, especially since I have to go into work tomorrow. Make that podcast. Maybe. Need somebody to argue with. Actually, I do have a lot of really conservative friends. They might yell at me on microphone. I could honestly, you guys, non-consensual podcast, wire N. Non-consensual podcast, yes or no. I just get my conservative buddies to talk to me on Discord, and I don't tell them that I'm recording them, which you don't have to do in Wisconsin. And then that's the podcast, is I have topics that I get to with them, and then we go where it goes. It's fine if you don't like Smash Bros. I could maybe even find, like, conservative discords to, like, do that all the time. Like, find different people to argue with. That could honestly be a lot of fun. I'm gonna write that down. That might be fun. Non-consensual podcast. But I also feel like an idea that's stupid is how, like, somebody as stupid as Joe Rogan gets born. Like, I feel like I'm not responsible enough to have that large a platform. I mean, it's fine if you don't like Smash Bros. Can confirm a very large man. H2O, shh. I like the large man. I very much like the large man. But yes, he was smelly. Or date streamers? Like you don't find Smash Bros fun and you don't want to date streamers? Okay. I don't want to date you either, Starlight. What dumb thing? Okay. Where are we at? 11:23. I really have to go to bed. Like, you should date streamers for fun on stream? I feel like that might make my girlfriend unhappy. Wow. And the Crusher. And I needed it. There it is. That's a pretty good setup. I really wanted to go fast, too. I felt like I was being punished for going slow, and it was time to go fast, and I got punished for going fast. With you don't appeal to them. What? Girls will never be satisfied with you, don't appeal to them. Girls will never be satisfied with me? Yeah, I'm extremely difficult to be around. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't see it being... a lot of people weirdly fetishize... There we go. Gamer girls, and I think that's really irritating as somebody who's dated a lot of people who are gamers. And I also think that when you fetishize that, it makes people not want you ever. It's possible. Oh, they'd probably be so much happier if they would just admit it too, right? That is a really dumb setup. Try Butt, how you doing tonight? We were talking about dating, yep. Starlight wanted me to date people on stream. Like to just do interviews where I date people. He wants to take notes. He basically wants me to be Andrew Tate. It's just that I'm not a racist sex trafficker, so it wouldn't work so good. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, sorry, queue's closed. I'm supposed to go to bed 25 minutes ago. Oh, you got me again. Okay, one more shot and then we'll wrap it up. I did not see the pic. You died after... Oh, it died like 40 minutes ago. It's been dead for a little while. We'll be back tomorrow in about 20 hours. Set your clocks. To whatever. I don't care. We were also talking about a non-consensual podcast. I get wanting, like, I get the idea is, like, video games are my life, so I want that to be other people's lives, but video games shouldn't be your life. Yeah, $50 a month for all the advice. Starlight, get in the Discord, pay me money. Join my, the Ultimate Sigma Grind set classes, only one student at a time. So you have to pay a lot more. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have stuff in common with people. And in general, people that I've had chemistry with also liked video games at least a little bit. I've never dated somebody who wanted to play... Oh my god, what am I doing there? All the games that I wanted to play. And I can't imagine that would be too much fun either. Maybe it would be. But also, variety is the spice of life, too. Somebody who wants to do things that you don't know you want to do is a lot of fun. And also, basically everybody plays video games now. That's the moral of that story. No, but I'm a large man. So it would be tough. But I've dated people who had a higher BMI than me for sure. Yeah. I've definitely dated people who were like more overweight than I was, especially when I was very skinny. Imagine dating someone who likes board games. I mean, yeah, I don't like board games very much. I have actually been subjected to that. But you know, you do things. Then you make them do things. I play horrible board games with you. Now you have to come kayak with me, motherfucker. Okay, what are we doing here? I feel like I'm supposed to jump on the P-switch, but I'm having a lot of trouble doing it. I like Monopoly. Monopoly's fun, but yeah, I'd rather do... Somebody said they were playing Jackbox games with their buddies. I'd much rather do that than board games every single time. Every single time. Jackbox is a ton of fun. Fishsy, I like this so far. Bring it back after you revise it or whatever. We'll take another crack at it. But yeah, moral of the story. Go outside. More like, I'm bored games. Yeah, Jackbox is a lot of fun. Jackbox is a lot of fun with friends. That would be a really fun thing to do at the bar at some point too. Well, I want to do that for a stream. That is on my list of things, like if Mario Maker dies, that I could do that involve the community is Jackbox. But we also have enough regulars at this point that we could probably just do a Jackbox game and you guys would come and watch. Probably enough people would probably come and play. Yeah, yeah. Watch list Twitch. Yeah, honestly, when the pandemic got really crazy, I started hiking all the goddamn time, and it was so good for me. And it is one of those things where esports, the more you do it, the better you feel. Yeah, Quiplash is pretty funny with a bunch of similarly minded dorks. What? Vincent, are you hitting on me? No. Oh, there, you sent the pic. Okay. I missed it. Insert cash or select payment type. Wow. Wow, and then it's covered in stupid, little stupid marks, little super watermarks. God, celebrity photographers, man. Yeah, push-ups, bodyweight stuff can really help. Like, half of this was just push-ups and bodyweight stuff. And then I didn't start actually lifting until after, but I got significant definition from just doing push-ups and doing a little more when it got easy. But yeah, going outside and walking is great cardio. No. You put your nuts in your own mouth. That's for you. You and your nuts together. And getting some cardio is really easy. You can get cardio with video games too. One of the things I used to recommend all the time was just play a game on the exercise bike only. Like, I'm only gonna play this game I want to play on an exercise bike. Yeah, I'm sure there's other bodyweight stuff you could do. Yeah, Beat Saber's great. Thrill of the Fight's great. Beat Saber on an exercise bike is absolutely excellent. I do Beat Saber on a bike almost every day, and it is unbelievably good cardio, and it's really fun. Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm also going to bed. Fish Z, we're done. I was just trying to wrap up, and then we kept talking. Good talk tonight, though. Yeah, sorry if we hurt anybody. If you ever don't like the chat topic, it's always okay to be like, I'll check back in 20 minutes or something. It'll probably move on its own. But yeah, usually I want to finish my thought. It's kind of a button. Not mad or anything, just nothing wrong with leaving, but usually I'm not going to abandon a topic. But yeah, you guys have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, this was fun. You guys have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow. This was fun. How many times should I say that? I'm done.